so our shower wasn't pouring. So I took this cap off. It was all clogged up, wouldn't go anywhere. Pushed up. All that. And that's
bitches, they love visuals.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker. Let's roll.
Morning, Sergeant Major.
How do you know what kind of goddamn day it is?
Beautiful morning, Sergeant Major.
Are you a fucking weatherman now?
You're listening to Sergeant's Time on WTF Nation Radio.
Woo, woo, woo. Yeah. Welcome to this Valentine's edition of Sergeant's Time. Hey, yeah. Sing it, Mom. Oh, baby. Sing it. Get it on. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah. Get it, get it, get it. And that's right. Sorry. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Sergeant's Time. Broadcasting live from the Functional Veteran Center of Excellence this 14th of February 2019, of course. That day being Valentine's Day. So we have some history here with some Sergeant's Time Valentine's history. So while do you want to go ahead and put that controversial pick up? Put the controversy up there quick, right there. Want me to go ahead and put it up? Okay, so all right, go ahead. So there you go. Happy Valentine's Day, WTF Nation Radio. This is hi guys in chats. How y'all doing? Give me some highs. Oh man, you guys are all. You see, they got some people in the mixer chat this time. That's pretty cool. That's not bad. Well, thank you for joining us. Hey, what's up, Org? What's up, Relace? Botface, continue with your games. What's up, Relace? What's up, man? How y'all doing? That's good shit to see some people on the fucking chats, man. That's what I'm talking about. Tonight I have, of course, a Spanky rocking it in the turret.
Hey, y'all.
And then, of course, giving you all the comic book. Of course, we got the illustrious mom. She's doing background stuff. You know, the standard deal. We got the standard crew in Sergeant's time. We got to make sure we get it all crewed the hell up. Get it G to G. So, what's going on, guys? To the Army Recruiting. What's up, Branko? What's up, Tyler? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, Holly? Body bag. Let me go over to the main page. What's up, Luke? What's up, Jake? What's up, Zach? What's up, Mom? What's up, Willie? What's up, Doc Dread? What's up, Guzman? Well, how you doing? What's up, Paula? What's up, Zach? What's up? What's up? What's up? Is that Paris Island? No. I'm pretty sure this is gonna get us shut down because there's gonna be some people complaining about why you posting that pic. That is an actual pic from the Colorado National Guard. The Colorado Army National Guard posted this on their social media, and I figured, you know what? If the Navy is going to be throwing up all their stuff of dudes kissing and all that, it's good to go that, of course, the Army wants to have that. And, of course, there have been some controversy back saying, well, of course, guys want to take pictures of girls. What do you guys think? Everyone's going, oh, what the fuck, Colorado? It is. I mean, come on, think about it. When you look at this stuff, or is anybody like, oh, well, it's Valentine's Day, right?
I mean, it is.
So
I ain't got no problem with this picture. I'm just trying to like zoom in on her tattoos and make sure that they're cool. You know, that would be my only issue with it. Like if she had shitty tattoos.
The tattoos and all that, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's within good taste. I mean, happy Valentine's Day. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, the embracing of, of course, everyone's inclusive. So if everyone's throwing their stuff up there, what's wrong with that? Colorado Army National Guard throwing it out there on Front Street. That's what I'm talking about. Post whatever. You do you. Colorado National Guard. So
I mean, didn't we have like a PDA thing in uniform? But other than that,
yeah, isn't that? I was about to say there used to be such thing as PDA in uniform. You can't be doing that stuff. But you direct your attention to.
I mean, her hair's in reg.
Yeah, the bun is secured. I guess you'd say. Yeah. You can go ahead and all that. But hey, what you do you? You do you. That's a classy picture. Nothing wrong with that pic. Of course, my email's gonna blow up. And all that. Of course, the video that you saw about bad housing, you will get a note real quick after we get our Valentine's Day history. So go ahead. You were saying something, Spanky, about Valentine's Day today. What was the significance of it? Well, how do we relate to it? I mean, we know what the significance of it. It's guys. If women tell you that they don't want nothing on Thanksgiving, it's a trap. I mean, Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day. It's a trap. I don't know why I thought Valentine's Day and Thanksgiving. I don't know what got me fucking. Sorry, Spanky. I'll let you continue. Go ahead. Spanky, you're muted.
There's that fucking button. I was all bitching about Thanksgiving for a second. You better fucking feed me.
Oh, man.
Anyway, there's all sorts of legends and everything about how, like pagans celebrated Valentine's and everything before. But this one like caught my eye. Like I heard about it earlier on my Alexa because she like randomly talks to me because she's fucking possessed. But like the Catholic Church recognizes at least 3 different saints named Valentine or Valentinus, all of whom were martyred. One legend contends that Valentine was a priest who served during the 3rd century in Rome. When Emperor Claudius II decided that single men made better soldiers than those with wives and families, he outlawed marriage for young men. Valentine, realizing the injustice of the decree, defied Claudius and continued to perform marriages for young lovers in secret. When Valentine's actions were discovered, Claudius ordered that he put them to death. So yeah, they outlawed marriage for young men so they could be soldiers and not husbands.
Wow, just like the Marine Corps.
Right.
The Marine Corps is like that. Yeah, the Marine Corps doesn't allow you to have any family. You can, if you wanted you to be happy and have a family, would have issued you one. That's what the Marines are. I'm sorry to rag on our jar-headed brethren there.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I think Colorado Army National Guard pulled off a better pick for Valentine's Day than they would. So let's just say that, because I've seen some of the reunion pics from the Navy and the Marines. I'm like, okay, whatever. But I got used to it. You get used to it. Now you start seeing it more. You get used to it, and then not to of course, Colorado Army National Guard, Colorado. I wonder how much weed was involved in this. Just like.
Well, I mean, the wife/girlfriend. Well, there's a ring. So, you know.
Well, thank you, Dale, for that. Happy Valentine's Day. I don't know homo, but you know, you cool, we cool.
Oh.
I got one from I got it from Dale. Thank you, Dale. Appreciate it, man. But anywho, yeah. So that was it. So real quick, let me go over the information on why I promoted that that video at the beginning of it, because I remember I told you guys when I told you guys to send at ice@wtfnationradio.com. Or send if you got any videos about stuff at videos@armywtfmoments.com. If you guys got anything you want to bring up to Sergeant's Time, you want to bring it up or something like that. If you guys have not already can tell in the news, there was groups, family groups, and family advocacy groups, military veterans as well, that went to Capitol Hill and testified before Congress and showed deplorable conditions. Now, for those of you who have subscribed to U.S. Army WTF Moments and have checked out all the videos that have been cross-posted onto WTF Nation Radio, you also know this, that for the last, I don't know, since I've been involved in the WTF empire for quite some time now, that we've been posting this shit for years. I mean, to the point...
Like, as long as I can remember.
Correct. So the video that I showed you before was the bomb holder family housing water. It's been a problem for over the last 2 years, and it seems like every day, multiple times, we have to run water. It's not Fort Meade. And you can see, you saw the buildup in the dirt and the grime in the filter, and of course you saw the brown water once it was running. Now this is for the last 2 years. Now U.S. Army WTF Moments has been posting videos of mold and pictures of. So once again, if you have anything you want to send to the main page to highlight this, because this is what pissed me off. This is what pissed me off. You know what? I'm glad. I honestly think, and I'm going to give the Secretary of the Army a benefit of the doubt, because he's been so awesome in doing, getting rid of stupid shit. I'll be honest with you, like the PT belt stuff, the way he's handling fucking readiness and all that. I think he's a SARN. I think deep down inside he's been a SARN. Either that or he had a really good platoon sergeant when he was in the military. He really had a good NCO, because I honestly think that because of the drama and all the controversy that nobody wants to brief bad news, everybody's now saying, we really, oh, come on, man. We just, you know what I mean? Oh, we didn't. You can imagine how many generals are tap dancing when you turn around and look at these guys when they're like, what the hell?
And I want to give them the benefit of the doubt that this just didn't get up to their level, maybe, because, they don't deal with housing. I mean, they might live in their housing, but maybe it didn't get up to their level, because this is a garrison commander, garrison sergeant major's job.
Correct.
So if they weren't aware, then, they failed. But this really should never have had to get to their level until now. You got like Congress has been like, what the fuck, dudes?
Correct. Congress, all your elected officials that you guys are subscribing to the U.S. Army WTF Moments Facebook page, you got your congressman, and you can feel free to download all mold videos and crap. I think the video guys are talking about doing just a monthly fucking dump of fucking of just wherever barracks, on post housing. Send them to video@armywtfmoments.com, and I'm pretty sure they'll square you away by posting that vid. It's going to be an occurrence. So that's the video that I got to me at ice@wtfnationradio.com, and then some other videos are coming in as well. So I guess the video guys are building a collage, a montage of videos of deplorable conditions in housings. So here's the fucking thing. It is, and like you were saying, Spanky, you want to give the chain of command, you want to give our higher wave top officials a benefit of the doubt, because you know how it is on the main page. To this day, weeks and months have gone by. Hell, sometimes even hours or minutes have gone by when there's been something on the main page that has been posted that has been deemed whatever. Somebody likes to say, it's bullshit, I'm getting in trouble, it's OPSEC, it's fucking, I didn't give you permission to post that, blah, 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 blah. So no one can ever say that these videos are not up there or have not been denied. You can't deny that these videos exist because we have them on our site. Quoting by the Secretary of the Army, Mark Esper, and Chief of Staff of the Army, General Mark Milley, said that we are deeply troubled by the recent reports highlighting the deficient conditions in some of our family housing is unacceptable for our families who sacrifice so much and have to endure these hardships in their own homes. Our most sacred obligation to the Army leaders, as Army leaders, is to take care of our people, our Army, and our family members. We are fully committed to providing a safe and secure environment on all of our installations. We have directed an Inspector General inspection. We have all the notes, IG. If you want to check us out, give us a call. And have taken other actions. We will hold our chain of command and private contractors accountable. Because a lot of this stuff, I'm going to tell you what, it's not, I'm going to say this, these are not chains of command on a lot of this shit. I can attest to that a lot of these cases have been the chain of command constantly complaining and constantly raising a flag up and saying this is fucked up. There's a couple that say suck it up and drive on. You know the deal. There's always that. There's big Sarge. Hey, you better suck it up and drive on, Sarge. Shut up. Shut up, Sarge. You boys do shit WTF. And the next thing you know, we get fucking inbox fucking email from everybody and their mother telling us to take a shit off. I'm not authorized to be in the barracks, so that's why you gotta take this picture down, this photo down, this video down of the mold. Because the mold's classified. You know what I mean?
Right.
So to continue the statement, we will hold our chain of command and private contractors accountable to ensure that they are meeting their obligations to provide a safe, high-quality family housing. There you go. High-quality family housing. Now, let's start off. Let's start off with high-quality housing. So recently, we brought this up, and we were laughing at it. Me and Spanky had it up on another certain time. Funny as hell. Talking some shit. Talking smack. What base you talking about? What base are we not talking about? What base are we not talking about? Every single installation, to include Fort Meade, has used privatized housing. It's privatized housing. It's a little bit different overseas because it sucks because you have to deal with the Germans or the Koreans or whatever. You know what I mean? It kind of sucks. You have to. You can't cause an international incident and fucking go to war with Germany just because your fucking pipes didn't work. You know what the chain of command should do is they should just move you into other quarters. You know what I mean? That's the best fix to do.
Right. And I'm not sure the housing is privatized overseas like it is.
Yeah, exactly, Jake Ford.
Right.
Fort Moldy. Just name it. Fort Moldy. You're right. And it's not privatized. It's what they call government lease. There's these buildings that are already there that have already been given. They're considered American but leased property through the host nation. And there's a rigmarole that they have to go through. So the housing area I could see overseas could get some love or could get some assistance by putting soldiers in a different set of quarters or do some tests and all that. So make sure you write that up and say you were stationed overseas with bad water for your health stuff. Now, the other installations that are here in CONUS, that's a different story. CONUS installations are provided to us privatized at least housing through Corvias. Corvias has always been in the news, of course, by our Reuters report that the owner or the guy who runs Corvias is living a lavish lifestyle with gold inlaid fucking furniture that is supposed to be running this. Now. Before we were just kind of like, shooting the shit and talking about, how is this possible? How much money does it rake in and all that? It just no issues, no big deal. So today, me and Spanky said, let's do some beer math. Yeah. And we selected Fort Hood. The reason why we selected Fort Hood because it's a large installation, and we only picked one rank. Okay, just one rank. So listen up, nation. One rank we're picking, and that's sergeants, buck sergeants. Too easy. So
it's right in the middle. We know that there are people that pay BH lower, and a lot of people that pay a lot higher BH.
Correct.
Live in housing.
Correct. So what we did is we decided to do some beer math. Now, there are approximately, now think about this, there are approximately 6,000 units, 6,000 privatized housing units on post, okay? So that means when you get on post, you get paid BAH. You get paid at BAH with the dependents, unless you're single, but we're going to go with a dependents rate here. So there's 6,000 units at Fort Hood. 6,000 units at Fort Hood, and they're all occupied by buck sergeants. Let's just say this for the story's sake because, we don't want to do the nuances, but I'm just giving you a swag and an average because there are other ranks that are in those installations, so we want to keep it at a good average. So 6,000 units with dependents is about $1,059 per month, which of course gets calculated up to $12,708. Now, doing some beer math, going back and forth with what the prices are for the starting flats, we went with the average of BAH because that's what the amount of money is taken away. Now, what they're charging soldiers there is for a 2-bedroom flat, 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath flat. It's $900, $995. So it's about $1,000. So there's going to be some pocketing and all that. However, that's what they say it costs. Okay, now mind you, that's what they're saying it costs. They're still pocketing the rest of the BAH with family members. So they're still pocketing $1,059 a month with dependents at Fort Hood. Now, annually, for all those, multiply all those units, 6,000 units, at that same fucking rate, rounds about to about $72 million a fucking year for one installation. $72 million a fucking year, and you cannot find renovations or fucking, you can't find the personnel that I know, I tell you what, I can have some baller ass fucking houses built on fucking Fort Hood or some baller ass fucking renovations done for $72 million. Hell, you could do some open bids. Open bids, you got $72 million. $72 million is your budget. Everybody who's been at Fort Hood, $72 million for a fucking budget on one installation at the sergeant. I'm just talking about the sergeant rate now. I'm not talking about the mix and matches of specialists, sergeant first classes, first sergeants, sergeants major, officers and all that. I'm just talking about just sergeants at that rate. So I want everybody to listen in and make sure this is following up, because I know that people listen to this from higher wave tops from what we're used to dealing with, and I want Congress to listen too, because I have a couple friends from Congress listening. That's how much money Fort Hood would be at $72 million a year, 6,000 units at the E5 rate if it was occupied by a bunch of sergeants. So anybody who says we didn't know about this, or this is an atrocity, we don't know how could this happen? How could a post get so dilapidated? Now, everyone just decides to talk about, what about the other? Everyone's talking about, it's been highlighted now, so whatever. Hey, it's been highlighted, dude. People are still living in those facilities. Oh, just got word from the video guys. They're send it anything video at armywtfmoments.com, and they will do video montages for housing. Make sure you take videos in the horizontal, and then make sure you do the make sure it's good video, not jerky around and all that stuff. Try to keep the noise down and all that. Just say what it is. Hey, I'm stationed at so and so. This is this and this. Bam, send it. There you go. So that's just Fort Hood. We were just throwing a swag because that's Fort Hood is the the central post of the U.S. Army, and First Cav and fourth ID yada yada yada, First Team, 3 Corps, blah 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 blah. So to think about that right now, $72 million a year if all 6,000 units were occupied by buck sergeants with the dependence rate. That's easy beer math that me and Spanky did during while we were day drinking and shit.
And that is just an average. Like I said, there are people in those houses that pay a lot more than that. A lot. Like, I think I did look, there are at least 50 senior NCOs, like we're talking command sergeant majors, and up to general officers that have no choice, that have to live on post, that are considered, essential. They have to live on post. They have no choice. Like, me and you, we don't have to live on post. We can live on post if we want to, but they have to. So
there are 90. So again, this is because we have when we have sources to give us this information. We have 50 senior NCO. 50 senior NCOs and officers that are up to GO that are considered mandatory to live on post. Now, wow. Now, you know what? That gives me an idea. Do we even look at what the BAH for a commanding general? So for a 2-star, what's the BAH with dependents for a commanding general? What's the beer math on that?
Give me like 2 minutes, and I'll have that beer math for you. Not even that long. Not even that long.
Okay. Well, yeah, it doesn't matter. So now we're talking about the senior. It's only like about 50. So. And they're would be division commanders and stuff like that. Sergeant majors don't make they don't make that much, but they make a considerable amount of money as well if they got years in service and all that. So that right there, yes, yeah, exactly that, Jake. Just this one installation. You can imagine the rest of the DoD.
Yeah, Fort Hood's got some low BAH rates.
For generals?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Okay.
that's pretty low.
Yeah, exactly.
It's only 1,600 for an 06.
It's only 1,600 for an 06? Wow, okay.
That was what I was making as this Sergeant First Class
yeah,
at Campbell.
Yeah, I'm about to say, dude, that's kind of weird. I was making more money than that before. So
Yeah.
okay, so even better, $1,600. So just do the math on that. Just do the beer math on that of those individuals on there. Corbias, of course, was the Joe Pisern, the founder of Corbias Group LLC, was awarded a 50-year. A 50-year, there's supposed to be some fucking deliverables that are supposed to happen in contracting. I know me and Spanky have worked contracting before, being contracting officer representatives and shit. I know for a fact the KO was probably saying, you guys aren't delivering. Estimated annual revenue is $10 million. Full of shit. Full of shit today. Full of shit. We just did the beer math on BAH. See, this is what pisses me off.
And that's just Fort Hood.
That is just Fort Hood.
Right.
That is just Fort Hood, straight up. We're not even talking about Fort Bragg, Fort Gordon, Fort Stewart, or even Fort Irwin, because those BAH rates out there for in California and shit, 400 Liggett. Yeah. Oh my God. I didn't even think about that.
Right.
Fort Carson, Fort Riley. So it doesn't matter, but all the different swag, and we were just giving you a basic model. So families went up there, testified for Congress, and everyone's like, "Oh wow, well, this is an atrocity. How can our family members be living in this?" You just like not fucking. I mean, I had to walk some individuals to show what U.S. Army WTF Moments was about. They immediately got apprehensive just by the name. I'm like, look, check this out. Annually, $10 million annually. You mean to tell me he makes $10 million? You mean that company makes $10 million annually off of revenue of contracting for me? That's not how it works. That's not how it works. As a matter of fact, they've opened up. Oh my God, I can't believe we're in this. They've opened it up to defense DoD contractors and retirees to live on post.
No, here at Hood, they've opened it up to actual civilians with no military connection whatsoever. That's how bad it is trying to get soldiers to live on post here. And I'm going to tell you right now, on Port Hood, like you just saw the BAH rates here. Like I made more at Sergeant First Class than an 07 does in BAH. That's how, the housing market is here.
Correct. I lived in Florida. And where I was stationed at, the BAH there was $2,500.
Right.
Could you imagine if I'd have stayed housing there? You know what I mean?
Right. No, and I've seen it go down. Like I said, I can tell you now, like my BAH in 2006, because I just looked up, did beer math, just looked up the rates. What it was then as a staff sergeant with dependents is now about $200 a month lower. Here it is, in 2019. So it's definitely gone down a lot here, but it's not worth all your BAH to live in post housing than it is to rent off post here.
You ain't lying.
You can get it's definitely not worth it.
No, I mean so the way I see it is that as they're making bank, they are making bank, serious bank, off all this shit. Making so much fucking money about this shit. $72 million. $72 million if a bunch of buck sergeants own 6,000 units. You can't tell me, they're only average annual. What? Please tell me what overhead and what costs are you talking about? Please.
Right. It ain't that much.
It ain't that fucking much for overhead. I'm sorry. Once you get a house fucking built and stacked and the rest is just fucking maintenance, that's it. Especially at the contracted rate that you have there in Texas, especially in Bell County, it's not that much. You pay actually more in air conditioning, HVAC, heating than you do in just normal standard contracting prices in Bell County.
I mean, let's even look at all what they pay, like, the ladies to work the offices and everything. They're paying them barely more than minimum wage. So, it's not like even in adding all of that, they're clear more than 10 million. and they're talking like I said, we calculated with beer math, 70 million just a Hood.
Correct.
So
72 million just for Hood. If you're living in housing, that means you have a family. You're gonna get BAH. I really don't fucking get it. We just did it. You know what? I think you know what? 3 hours to testify before Congress, we could have solved this fucking problem. Spanky, if me and you went up there and testified and shit. Went up there and testified and fucking.
Am I allowed to say bad words?
You can say bad words.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
All right. Fuck you, Congress. I don't have a filter.
Yeah, exactly. Would have the WTF judge with us too, on the advice of my counsel. Fifth. You know, it's fucking. I'm shocked that everyone's like, oh, this is everybody fucking knows. Everybody fucking knows about dilapidated housing on military installations, just like everybody knows about the fucking casting couch in Hollywood, and now all of a sudden everybody wants to go.
And that's just okay. You know, I did see one of the comments like, yeah, they tore down a couple of the older housing areas at Hood and built new ones. Those older housing areas at Hood were probably in better condition than the newer ones they built. Yeah, they're prettier, but they were built so shitty. And like, you know, lowest builder, I could probably build a house like that. You know, I can nail 2 boards together and like put up a shack with some drywall. But like the older housing area here, yeah, they were older. They probably would have been better off renovating those older houses that had been here for 50 years. That's how shitty the new ones are.
Yeah. Again, we didn't know about this. We just don't have the money. What? Mind you now, again, we're going off just one rank. Now imagine the mix and matches of ranks that are used for this. The mix and matches of ranks that you have on an installation. NCO, in junior enlisted all the way up to officer. And they take their BAH. Get the fuck out of here. It's only $2 million annually. Oh, yeah, okay. We can solve the fucking debt, too, while we're up there, Spanky.
Right. Well, even let's just say, even with the junior soldiers, E1 through E4, it's still 1056 compared to 1059 at the Witt dependent rate. So we're not that far off, even with the, with our bare math.
Right, yeah.
And that would be the largest.
Correct. But, I mean, using bare math rules, the majority of rank that's pretty common in the Army now is sergeant, because that's the new fucking participation trophy. So I deserve E5. You just joined the fucking Army. I deserve to be a sergeant. Whatever, man. Fuck up. I'm serious, man.
No.
I'm sorry, man. This is bullshit. Well, how long you been in the Army? I've only been out for 3 years. You're just a PFC. You don't get to skip a rank to be a sergeant. I'm better sergeant than him. So, God, man. I was shaking my head. And you know what? I was glad. I mean, it was sad it almost felt like we were just a broken. The families who were up there were just a broken record on what they were saying to Congress, because we all know about this. So to us, it's kind of like a commonplace. Like, are you sure? And then all of a sudden, everyone's coming out saying this is a fucking tragedy, and everyone's coming out. What do you mean? Are you mean to saying that blah 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 blah? And then Army leaders. Like I said, I'm giving the Secretary of the Army and the Chief of Staff of the Army the benefit of the doubt, because we have seen things get elevated to that level and they get fixed. PT belts. You need to do some of the fucking peaks of greens. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Again, it really should never have needed to get to their level.
No.
I do, and that's why that's why I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. It's like, it's an insulation issue, and since it has gotten to the level, I do believe it will get fixed now, because these contractors had a 50-year contract.
50-year contract. Now, in the statement of work of a contract, there are supposed to be shit that you're supposed to fucking do in that contract. That's why it's called a contract. I'm not trying to... I mean, did your balls fall off or something when you read the contract there, contracting officer? What the fuck? This is easy shit. Easy shit. Corvias, fired. Recompete. Immediately, I would say, bam. I'll give you the fucking 3 globes in the amber to warn you that you're going to be recompeted. The contracting system's easy in the military if you don't like the goods and services that a contractor is supposed to provide to you, especially if you're owed and the taxpayer money. That is because you are fiduciary responsible for this. Fuck that. Corvias, fired, gone. I don't care if you fucking send me a hate mail. You probably will. You shouldn't be saying that about us. We're doing our best. No, I don't care. If you were doing our best, it would not have gotten to congressional level, and you'd not seen the fucking I mean, holy shit.
Exactly. I mean, I will say, like, me at the time, my husband, now my ex-husband, we even moved into housing. We were both, specialists at the time when they did switch over to privatized housing because I'm like, all right, well, now we may save money living in housing because, as a dual Army couple, a specialist, only one of us was given up for BAH.
I just got mail. Please don't say my name. I'm from Ghana, and I would rather live in Ghana than have Army housing. Okay, thank you, Sarnt. Oh man,
no,
that was funny. Can I make fun of your accent?
I did.
I want to make fun of your accent. You want to go to Bolides? No, just kidding. Just fucking with you, man.
And back then, they didn't have time to fuck it up yet. So, and I'm not going to lie, because there was some challenges with DPW doing all the work orders way back when. But
so it used to be called DEH.
That's it.
It used to be called back in the day. It was called DEH, and the Army had an issue with that. Everyone calling DEH, it meant don't expect help. So they changed it because of branding issues, and of course the E4 Mafia came up with "Don't pester me with work." Thank you for that E4 Mafia tidbit. I shouldn't have given my fucking email address up. Anyways, yeah, it's funny as shit. So, no excuse. No excuse. To have gotten to that level of Congress, to have gotten to the level of families having to testify, to have individuals, I'm telling you, there's been some serious health issues, too, with our kids that are on those installations. They've had,
yes.
they've had children that have had respiratory issues that have died. Now, I tell you what, if Corby-S had a 50 fucking year contract, it was during my time. I've been in the Army for a long time, but not 50 years, but close. For Corby-S to be doing that shit.
And that's the other thing. It's like I've seen, me personally, my soldiers, like calling in work orders. You know how hot it gets here during the summer, and like, oh, we have 48 hours to respond to like AC not working. I'm like, no, give me the phone. Let me call myself. Like, you're going to have to get to them in quicker than 48 hours. I get it. There are a lot of work orders that can wait, like certain things that are broke.
You are correct.
Right.
You are correct, Nathaniel. BAH is for both. One with rate, one without. If that makes any sense.
I didn't see his question.
He was asking about only one of you have BAH. No, BAH is like, so for instance, you're married to a dual military, yeah. One person of the senior rank or the assigned duty station, more likely it's always a person with the senior rank would have the more BAH and with dependents, and you would have BAH without. So, yeah.
Right. And if you don't have dependents yet, like, and at that time, we didn't have children. We both got the without rate.
Correct. Yep. No childrens. You can't triple dip like that. So yeah. Good point. Yeah. So again, I'm not again. So hey, Secretary of the Army, you're more than welcome to come on WTF Nation Radio. We totally appreciate you to give us a. I mean, come on. We've been seeing you doing PT tests with everybody and hanging out with everybody on the East Coast. You need to come out to the West, go to Fort Hood and shit, go hang out with the troops there. I think you've been at Fort Hood already. And but my question is, where's Sergeant Major of the Army Daily on this?
Modeling pinks and greens.
I gotta get me some pinks and greens. Gotta get me some pinks and greens. Yeah, dude. This is the time where pinks and greens should not be the issue. If people are falling out from fucking having inhalation issues or having lung damage issues due to mold in their housing, it's not the time to say, make sure you have a PT belt and wear pinks and greens.
No, and I mean, that is an issue, and I've seen that, like, in the older housing, even like the ventilation issues in there. It's like there's no windows in like some of the bathrooms, and that little bitty fan's not going to cut it. Like, that's why there's mold issues.
Well, they're also, what makes me, what, I was just thinking, this should have like an LPD, and this should have an LPD where they senior leaders. And I'm not talking about colonels. I'm not talking about battalion. I'm talking about the generals. I'm talking about the ones that don't get told bad news. In the Army, of course, everyone says, senior leaders always tell you, hey, sorry, man, you gotta make sure that you gotta make sure you gotta be up front with bad news, because bad news gets worse with time. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. All right, cool. And then as soon as you bring up bad news, God damn it. What? You told me to bring it up. You said report first.
Right?
Give me a warno. That's what you tell me. Give me a warno. But instead of having colonels and lieutenant colonels just escort you around, hey, a couple free. I know General Abrams was back in the States. He'd go show up and check things out. Straight up. Dog-faced soldier where you're like, oh, really? Oh, let me go check this installation out. And he just show up. He goes by himself. When he does his leader engagements, he goes down and by himself. He doesn't tell nobody. He doesn't take everybody, doesn't require an escort of all of his. He just goes and shows up. Checks things out. General Perkins did the same thing. Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's up? All these commanders are freaking out because he just shows up. Wants to hear it straight down and dirty from the troops.
Oh my God, we didn't get time to sweep him off the floor because that matters.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Oh well, let's go ahead and bleach these vents before the boss shows up. They always say that. Let's tidy up before the boss shows up. No. Now's not the time to fucking do a 6 months worth of fucking maintenance and shit that you've neglected to do in work order. You can just suck it up right that. And
there might be some trash in the trash can.
Oh, God forbid if you use the trash as a trash can.
Right.
Anyways. But my point being is that there should be an LPD. There should be, Army Futures Command. Hey, you guys out in Austin, you guys follow us. You guys listen to the WTF Nation Radio. You guys follow us on Twitter and all this other stuff. You guys need to go out and find, this would be an awesome thing. Instead of trying to figure out how to use drones and AI and camouflage pinks and greens and Iron Man armor, you should go and find out brand new, groundbreaking technology, like go to Florida and find out how their HVAC systems don't mold up on you. And then transfer all that technology and award that contract, sole source contract, of course, with the best value of justification. You could use that, and then once you get your 3 best values and all that, and you can get it contracted out, and then bam, sole source it, and then you will have an install. Because I tell you what, a lot of the stuff is just, well, that's the way we've always done it, and that's why the shit's moldy. No, I've lived in Florida. I've been to Disneyland. I've been to Disney World. Spent time vacation in Florida and all that. I don't ever remember having a black mold issue at the house. I don't ever remember having a black mold issue in some of the areas in the hospital. I mean, the technology's there. Obviously, if Floridians, maybe that's why Floridians, they're getting complete oxygen. They're not getting half oxygen like we are. They're getting, I guess they're getting so much oxygen that they're being. That's where all the Florida man stories come out because they have good HVACs. But I don't understand how come we can't do something that's. I don't get me wrong. I'm all about the new Apache, about the new helicopter, about the new guns. If you get the right people, in there and all that, and nobody's fucking married to a fucking project, we can go on weapons procurement, we can go on fucking force modernization, we can go on cyber, we can go on all those type of platforms, but we can't figure out how a fucking installation, HVAC in a building, can I have black mold? Oh, we're doing barracks renovations. All you do is reshingle the roof and tell the soldiers to paint. And then, well, wow, okay. Just got a picture sent to me of barracks furniture that was good, that was fraud, waste, and abuse thrown out. Will be posted later. Thank you. Damn. You guys are on a roll. Fuck. Yeah, thank you. But again, why is it that it's so hard? General Abrams, please come, or General Perry. Somebody come. Somebody. Get some comments. Secretary of the Army, Chief of Staff of the Army, Mark Milley, General Milley. Go down there and check stuff. Hey, Futures Command. Let's build a better housing. Could you imagine going to a fucking demonstration with the Army Futures Command in Austin? Here we have this new suit. This suit can do this polymimetic alloy to protect our soldiers in the field in a full spectrum environment. It has cyber capabilities, able to introduce AI and fire drones off. And then you have that one nerd waiting his turn to talk. Here's a new barracks HVAC system. This is how it works.
We can do all this, but we can't live without mold.
Yeah, we gotta.
Can you figure this out, please?
Exactly that, Ricky. Fucking Florida's always had a black mold problem, but you know what? It wasn't in my fucking house. It wasn't in my fucking installation. It wasn't in my fucking building. It wasn't in my hospital. It wasn't in my children's schools. It was none of that shit. Why? Because they have mastered the art of using UV in their systems. It's really fucking. I mean, I just like God, man. Exactly. You acting crazy. Oh man. Yeah, Fort Campbell. Oh, man. You guys at Fort Campbell, send video at armywtfmoments.com army@WTFmoments.com. We would be more than happy to keep posting. We will post anything you want. Next Sergeant's Time, I will grab a video from Dilapidated Quarters, and I will post it up for you guys at the beginning of every Sergeant's Time, as long as we keep getting them. No problem. I'll ask the video guys to send me a video, to, give me some crumbs, and we'll post it up. No, there will be no mold. There will be no black mold when the Space War comes out, because in space nobody can hear you mold. All right.
You can't hear the mold.
You can't hear. Yeah, in space nobody can hear you mold. Rest in peace, Opie. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take a break. It's already the top of the hour, man. We were only talking about just one fucking subject, man. We got a lot of stuff talking about. So we'll be right back.
We may get to it all.
We may get to it all. So let's get some shots and see you in a sec.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Take it from me, Ice. You can't just float around space not caring about stuff forever.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Shit in the bag, Pogue.
All this separation and divide, open your eyes. If you cut us all open, we the same inside. The only difference is I run to the gunfight. Your peace when it's chaos, when the people don't act right. But I'm under scrutiny for trying to protect me. You pull a pistol and I'm shooting for trying to contest me. I got a quick second to make a deadly decision. The media portray me like a kid for a living, like I'm cold with no heart, a brain with no thoughts, a body with no feeling, a life with no cause.
Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see, and like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see. And like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. I'm damned if I do, and damned if I don't. It's like every single time I say what's on my mind, they go for my throat, they spew evil words. If you are absurd, always grinding, grinning, and killing my soul with these verbs. Hold me down, like I can't gasp for air. I'm closed inside of a box, like I'm inside Fort Knox. Every time that I'm there, I don't know why they think that I'm different from you. All that's true is I'm a like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see. And like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see. And like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see. And like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see. And like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human.
I am here determined to stop this future atrocity.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
And we're back like a heart attack. Holy shit. Welcome to segment 2 of Sergeant's Time. Broadcasting live from the Functional Veteran Center of Excellence on this 14th of February 2019, of course. Falling it all on Valentine's Day. Woo, 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 woo. Valentine's Day. It's time where you can snuggle up to your favorite sergeant and, woo, woo, woo. Anyways, next story we're going to be talking about a traitor. A straight up fucking traitor. This individual was a CI agent in the United States Air Force and goes by the name of Monica Elfriede Witt. Now, Witt, I should say. I'm speaking. This individual here, and wanted by the FBI, and I'm making sure all this shit gets plastered all around the world. Why? Because U.S. Army WTF Moments, WTF Nation Radio, it broadcasts globally. And our podcasts are picked up globally. So you can run, but you can't hide. And you better hope that a specific group of individuals don't grab you or you don't get fucking droned. This individual here, if there is not any word of a fucking Blue Falcon right here, this individual here, CI specialist, was awarded. No, now check this out. Let me grab this here. Let me give you a little background of this. This individual was awarded a fucking air medal. Awarded an air medal for what she did while deployed. Former Tech Sergeant Monica Elfriede Witt, or just Monica Witt, the one-time Air Force counterintelligence specialist who was charged with espionage on Wednesday, earned an air medal for her contributions during the early days of the Iraq War. She was a staff sergeant serving on an airborne cryptolinguist stuff on, some stuff, flying around in a plane that picks up stuff that she has to translate stuff. Her award citation at the time said that Staff Sergeant Monica Witt distinguished herself by meritorious achievement by participating in sustained aerial flight from March 29th to April 18th. According to the Air Medal citation, during this period, her airmanship and courage and the successful accomplishment of the mission and important reconnaissance. So she was doing some reconnaissance shit. She did some shit, right? I gave her a medal. It's all my fault. Shit. W. Holy shit. She got an air medal. Fuck. And then, of course, later becoming the special agent and CI specialist with the Field Investigation Squadron. So she was involved in a lot of fucking tech shit. Like some heavy fucking shit. which of course nothing wrong with that. You know, you work in a field that is classified stuff. We've had individuals that we know that work, but you don't see them talking about stuff and all that shit. So she's been charged, and there's been an indictment already charged on Wednesday from, and she's what she has fucking done. This right here, if there is anybody in that region that has been killed in the intelligence community, it's because of this bitch right here. I'll say it, this fucking bitch right here. There is no account for what you do to your teammates, because once I read what she has done, then you'll see what the fuck. So a former Air Force counterintelligence specialist, her, of course, defected to Iran 5 years after leaving the Air Force. And has been defected, okay? That's what we call it now. We call it defecting. Has been charged with revealing classified information as well as research about her former colleagues to representatives of the Tehran government. You know, the fucking the Republican Guard or whoever they are, the Iranian, you motherfucking Iranians. I hope you're fucking listening right now. I'm just looking at my fucfucking signals right now to see if we're getting hacked. Bring it, fuckers.
Right?
I'm just like, because this shit fucking pisses me off. And there's more to this shit. So the Justice Department indictment charges former Air Force Tech Sergeant Monica Witt, who defected in 2013, is currently at large along with her 4 Iranian hackers, who prosecutors say used the information she provided to target former colleagues. She targeted her teammates, the people that she worked with.
For the life of me, there is nothing I can't even comprehend. Like, I just want to believe that she was forced to do this. I really do.
No.
I want.
Fuck
that's what
no.
I know. I don't
Fuck
think that's what
no.
happened.
No.
At all. I don't. But I want to believe.
It's an indictment, which that means more than likely, you know, they're not going to fuck around with this. They probably have her dead to rights.
Right. I'm sure. But there's just that one part of me that wants to believe that, but because like who can do this in their right mind?
Her. Guilty. Her.
Yeah.
I hope oh man. You are wanted by the FBI. You know the last time somebody was wanted like this? Al-Mariki, that dude, that American jihadist from the American Al-Qaeda's with the round glasses and shit.
Yeah.
He was an American citizen that we fucking droned. Yeah. You better look over your fucking shoulder, bitch. The indictment says that I'm reading the indictment right now. So the indictment says that 4 Iranians were acting on the behalf of the government-linked Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps. All 4 remain at large. She was born in El Paso, Texas, and joined the Air Force December 17th, 1997, and served as an airborne cryptolinguist. According to the information provided by the Air Force, she was later changed jobs and became a special agent with OSI, which is their version of CID, and her last assignment was before separating on 12 June. So anyways, she fucking got some awards. So after her separation from the Air Force, she worked as an English teacher in Afghanistan or Tajikistan and then vanished. She was recruited by Iran during conferences sponsored by the Iranian. Because I'm going to tell you what, the majority of people that you see doing this shit ain't fucking Joe. You don't see Cavman doing some shit like this. It's always the intel folks. Well, you gotta bring me into this ice. Shut up, Cavman.
Right, well, Cavman don't know shit. Intelligence people do.
Exactly. She converted to Islam during a television appearance after identifying herself as a U.S. veteran and delivered several broadcasts in which she criticized the U.S. Videos, of course, coming down. Criticizing the U.S. Quote, although she was no longer in active government service, she used the contacts and knowledge gained in her positions of trust to share sensitive information with Iran and provide personal and professional details that allowed Iranian hackers to target U.S. intelligence professionals through spear phishing and malware attacks. General John Dimmers, who head the Justice Department's National Security Division, said, quote, it is a sad day for America when one of its own citizens betrays our country. No shit, it ain't a sad fucking day. It done pissed me off. You're fucked, Monica. I don't give a fuck what reason you had to betray your country. You as an intelligence professional, understand that you signed a non-disclosure agreement with the United States government not to disclose certain specific information, not specific items or technical techniques, and procedures to what you do. You want to go around and brag about this shit and fucking brag how you fucking converted and shit, spoke all these fucking languages and stuff, and then you want to betray your fucking country by attacking and targeting your own teammates? Like you said, Smanky, there's not a fucking thing in the world that would make me betray my country on this shit, let alone my teammates. I might, like, you know, get pissed off at somebody and fucking throw memes at them or something like that, but I'm never going to betray my country. You know what I mean? I'm not going to fucking, you know, fuck you, dick, and then throw some fucking shit memes at them, and then that's it. And then to block them on Facebook or something like that. But that's it. Never would I would betray my own countrymen, no matter how much I couldn't stand them.
No, and that's why this small part of me wanted to believe that, you know, in some way, shape, or form, she was forced to do this. No, I don't think it happened, but like that small part of me that wants to give everyone the benefit of the doubt, because, you know, that's my nature, wants to believe that she was forced. Obviously, I don't think that's true.
She's forced, man. I don't think
no,
she's forced.
I don't either,
I would love. Oh man, I would love to see I would love to see a profiling dossier on her. I wonder. I'm curious to see what her psychological profile looks like. Oh, this would be. Oh, yeah. Oh, I would love to fucking find out. You know, because if I were to see some videos of her criticizing, I would be able to pick up her profile to see exactly what the fuck she's doing, how the fuck she's saying it. I don't know. To me, I could just spot it right off. She seems like she's the eccentric type. You know, I'm not saying we've been in war too long for us to all of a sudden get Stockholm syndrome with the fucking enemy, but shit. For you to betray your country like this, wrong answer.
Just would love to know why, you know, before she gets droned. It's me personally.
Yeah, really.
Like, that's me personally, what I would want to know.
Really, exactly. So, now that we can have that all the way, here's another thing that's going to piss you the fuck off about it as well. You remember those boats that got captured from Iran? Remember those sailors, those U.S. sailors that got captured, those 16 U.S. sailors that were detained and shit?
Is that her fault?
No.
I'm not droner myself.
No.
Okay.
No, it's not her fault. She personally interrogated each of them representing the Iranian government.
Can someone teach me how to use a drone real quick?
Jen Guerrero says, you can always tell it crazy by the eyebrows. Over Twee's eyebrows. Not fucking kidding.
Y'all know how I didn't even bring up the eyebrow shit.
Exactly, Bailey. It's like Hunt for Red October type shit. Make her breathe some black mold. Unfucking real. Unfucking real. How the hell are you gonna sit there and fucking just say? So she was part of that fucking. She interrogated our own sailor. She interrogated her own. You know what? When shit like that happens, immediately, bam. You should get you get your fucking shit revoked. Like, there should be like a public announcement. Monica Witt, your citizenship's been canceled. Well, you're the next contestant. You're the next contestant on The Drone is Right. Give me a fucking break. Unfucking real.
It does. Like I said, you know, it just makes me curious, like, what happened? Like, made her flip
Well,
shit
like I said, she went to go teach English in Afghanistan. And
yeah.
I'm going to say what? There is a character.
You want to fucking defect?
There is a character trait amongst linguists, and guys who have worked in the intel community will tell you this, that there is a character trait amongst linguists that once you are a hot commodity as a linguist, you sort of gain kind of like a pedestal has been brought upon you and stuff like that, because you get good. If you're a good linguist in that community, you will get noticed. You will see fucking specialists or fucking privates that are the worst soldier on the fucking planet, but because they can speak their language, their native language, that just happens to be the current enemy that we're interrogating, then all of a sudden they're like fucking superstars, even though they can't pass a PT test, even though they fucking, you know, they're not fucking good hygiene or whatever. Or they overpluck their eyebrows like fucking, like you said.
Right. Oh, I've seen that in the signal world too. They can be fucking geniuses with computers and everything with that, and or shit at everything else, but but I don't
know what
understand what can make them flip a switch and betray their country.
Exactly, John. I don't know what the Air Force equivalency is to a. I would say it's probably like a 98 Golf or a 35 Golf, the cryptolingual stuff, because she was in the Air Force. You're right, Jake. there's a ride waiting to take her on vacation to Cuba. Take her to Cuba. No, hell no. Hell no. Droned immediately. You get droned. Like I said, man, Monica Witt, come on down.
I think that's too easy. Let me find her.
You get droned. Hit her with the broom.
Let me beat her to death with a broom.
Oh my God, this is straight. Now look, everyone's saying, well, she's got to be brought to trial and all this stuff. Hey, the last time I checked, we're currently at war right now. We're currently at war. I don't know the way the news has been saying.
We have been.
Yeah, we've been. Yeah, I'm just saying the news has been saying we've been at war now. Afghanistan this year will be going on 18 years or something like that. It's all my fault. We're going.
No, you're right. She's defected to like an enemy now. Why do we need to bring her back and waste all this time?
Yeah, really, exactly. No, I mean, I agree. You don't even fucking go there. You don't even no. There's no pass go. There's no now. Look, you at this point once because she is now the way I see it is she's now an intel asset if she belongs to Revolutionary Guards and shit, and she is now a fucking traitor. Fucking Benedict Arnold of this century. And what makes you mad is that everyone's gonna be like, well, like Bradley, man. No, shut the fuck up. Then she did the same fucking shit. This is a fucking betrayal to the fucking country. A betrayal. Iran has been considered an adversary in the region along with who? Russia, along with who? China, and all sorts of shit. So you mean to tell me that she's not gonna fucking? Oh, you should understand. She might have gone through some stuff that made it. No, fuck that. Not enough to betray your country. I don't care what the bad guy has on me. At all. He would never betray my country. Ever. Break my fingers, fucking, do what, torture me the fuck. I would never betray my country, period. Fuck that noise.
See, I'm not an intel analyst or anything. You can break my fingers. I don't even know what fucking time Chow's coming tonight. So, what are you going to get out of me?
Joshua, she has some oil on her face. It looks like she needs a little freedom. Oh man, you guys, I love the hate. Go ahead, throw some hate on her. I don't give a shit. She's a fucking traitor. Traitors get fucking sandbagged like fucking what was that Taliban John? What the fuck his name? The Taliban, the first Taliban will be busted in fucking Afghanistan. That fucking kid. I can't remember his fucking. Anyways, but he got God man, what's his name?
They'll help us out in the chat.
Yeah, exactly that. UCMJ. Well, she was out of the military already. So if she's out of the military now, she's considered an asset. So she's out of the military. She's no longer in the military, so she cannot, unless actually if she's not in the military anymore, she can be treated just like another fucking jihadist. She can get droned.
Exactly. She's
droned.
An enemy combatant, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
now.
Droned. You better be looking over your shoulders, Monica. Oh, I can't fucking believe I read that story. Well, okay, yeah, it was fucked up. Read the story that she got an air medal. Okay, yeah, that kind of, whatever. But then reading the fact that she was one of the interrogators of the 16 fucking sailors that were captured by the Iranian Navy. Fuck that. Fuck that. I remember back in World War II when motherfuckers gave secrets to the Nazis. They were hung. Wasn't there like some people that happened too? There was like some people that were hung, just saying.
Back before we were at a kinder, gentler nation, when we used to
we were wearing,
kill traitors.
We were wearing pinks and greens at the time. I don't know if you guys noticed, if you can see a correlation there.
Well, if we can bring back pinks and greens, does that mean we get to just drone them and hang them too?
Well, you just got to realize that when you have pinks and greens, we got to be careful with that. If you want to bring back tradition with pinks and greens, you better be willing to bring back the sarnt with it that comes with it.
That just made me happy. Can we get it all back?
Yeah, really. I mean, we can get that all back, but it'll be likely not happening. But anyway, so Monica Witt, yeah, you fitting to go down, and I'm not talking about going down on your whoever handled you. Yeah, I'm still getting over that. eyebrows thing. That's fucking crazy. You know, even where she's wearing all her shit like that, looks like she's in Iran or Afghanistan or something like that. She's even got her eyebrows on fleek. You know what I mean?
She must know how to do them herself. I don't really know if they have like, you know, eyebrow shops in Iran. They had them in Kuwait. That's not a
Well,
real
they
point.
might. No,
They
I'm
might.
just-
I don't know.
I'm not saying they might.
Now I'm curious.
Yeah. They might. You never know.
Doing espionage and traitor shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Make a note, get my eyebrows did.
Yeah, exactly. As a matter of fact, part of her punishment would be tortured by having her eyebrows grow out. And then not plucked. And then threaded with battery acid and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Everyone's like throwing, I know what I would do. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. I 100% completely condone the torture of traitors. Because the death penalty. I'm sorry. You are a traitor. You have sold out to your country. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea, Blake. The Iran deal. You know what, Iran, we'll help you. We'll help you with what do you need? You said you needed some fucking nuclear shits. You need some extra batteries or something like that for a nuclear reactor, or some power cords or something, extension cords or something. You need some. What's that? You need some LED lights or something like that. Yeah, well, yeah. We'll do. Yeah. We'll do that. We'll make sure you get some food. We'll help you out. Like, just give us the head of Monica. Bring us Monica Witt. You better be careful because Israel likes to go on fucking Iran a lot. Love it. I hope the IDF go in there and fucking, yeah. They'll admit it too. Benjamin Netanyahu will go on TV and say, we wiped out Witt. Huh? What? What happened? Well, you guys are arguing in Congress. We wiped her out. Oh, okay, cool. We blew her up. All right, cool. Thanks. Here's the drone footage. You know what I mean? They show video. The Israelis don't fuck around. They'll show video of that shit. Oh, look at these Hamas guys that were launching rockets. This is what happens when they launch rockets on Israel. I love it. Yeah, see Bailey's like, can I have her? Yeah, pretty sure, man. Fuck. I think everybody can be inventive on what they can do with Witt. But I couldn't believe that. Like I said, when she interrogated, oh man, I was just like, wow. Could you imagine? You're sitting there, you're a Navy sailor, you just got captured by the Iranians, and you were told you can't fire back, even though you can probably blow the fuck out of them out of the water and shit in your boats. And then this woman just comes up to you, speaks perfect English. Hi, my name's Monica. Welcome to Iran. The guy probably said, damn, your eyebrows.
They better have my hands tied.
Yeah.
That's just all I got to say.
They'd be like, oh, man. Yeah.
Right? Oh, my God. But I'm like, I'm probably going to rip the rest of her eyebrows out and throw her over the fucking boat. They better have my hands tied. Because I'd be that one.
Yeah, really. Really.
I'd be that one. Holy shit.
I'm yeah, look at the guys in the comments. You guys are fucking awesome. Those comments are fucking glorious. I love it.
And you know, when I'm looking at these three pictures, like the one in the middle, like why does she have a mole in her face and not on the other two?
Oh,
I think that's
moly. That's bothering me. Moly. Well, I mean, I don't know how she is, you know. But that's what she looks like. I mean, I'd be more than happy. I can post that picture up everywhere. It's about the FBI, Monica Witt. Monica Witt, you fucking bitch. Hi, my name's Monica. We're here to just go ahead and make sure you wear white socks. Because remember, everyone was making a big deal about the Navy guys wearing white socks when they got captured on the boat.
Right.
We're going to make you wear white socks to embarrass you. I shouldn't be fucking talking about that, but fuck that bitch. God, I couldn't fucking believe. When I read that, I was like, wow. Holy fuck. But anyways, so that was that story.
Right, and it's Monica, not like Monica.
yeah, it's Monica. Fucking crazy. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Yeah, you guys are awesome in the comments. I love it. But anywho, so what was the next story we're gonna talk about? Wait, hang on. Let me go through the pile of sergeanting stories.
I know we had so many. Which one do you want to do next?
Oh man, let's okay, real quick. There was I guess there was an incident where somebody came on post. Well, let's do this right quick because there were just some people asking about some SSDs last week, and they say, hey, what about the SSDs? So we got to at least talk about the SSDs.
Okay.
So anyways, real quick. So if you recently pinned on specialist, then you're going to be getting an email letting you know that it's time to enroll into what they call the DLC, the Distributed Learning Course. And it's the first thing you have to complete to making sergeant. So what they did was it's replacing the SSDs as the online complement to the Army's in-house fucking NCO PDS, with, of course, the 6 levels of whatever. And it'll be rolled out in stages throughout 2020. So it's just like the ACFT, I guess. So the Commandant of the Sergeant Major's Academy and Non-Commissioned Officers Senior Leader of Excellence, Knocklock, said, quote, I think the biggest thing we're proud of the fact is that the actual DLC course is tied to the brick-and-mortar schoolhouse, unquote. Previously, a soldier could log on and click through the SSD 1 through 4 as soon as they arrived at the first unit and be able to do it without nobody stopping them, which is true. That was back in the, remember back in the day, you used to do your SSDs, you sat down, and you were able to fucking knock them out, and that was it. No.
One night on staff duty, all done.
Yeah, all done. And then that way, everyone, then all of a sudden the Army said, no, you can only do SSDs commensurate to your level. So we had specialists and we had privates that were completing all the way up to SSD 4 because it was that easy. And that was what you needed for fucking sergeant. So that then guys, no shit, that were getting selected for sergeant first class, master sergeant, and sergeant major didn't have their SSD done. You know, we know of somebody who hasn't completed his SSDs. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we know.
I did all of them.
I'm not talking about
duty one night.
I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you, Sergeant. I'm just saying there's some. And if you come after us, we will dime you out.
Do it. Not tonight. But
But we know of SSDs not done. And we have the power to find out. Hail Hydra. But the whole point is that these SSDs were done by the troops and they were able to be done on down. So they stopped doing that now because now they want to do is they want to connect it to the school that you go to, which it's okay. Now what's going to happen is that the soldiers going to be doing DLC as they move up in the ranks, and then the concept will be tested again at the schoolhouse. So what you did online, you're going to get it again in the schoolhouse. So it's almost like what they call fucking module type training, where it's called Readiness, Leadership, and Training Management, Operation, Communications, and Program Management. Moving away from the previous Common Core principles, which are different in each level. So you're going through different level core competencies that the NCO professional development system is now going to be going into. So basically, you're going to be going through every single portion of it up until you go through the next rank. So like you said, once you got promoted to specialist, then you're going to be getting a notification about going into DLC. So for soldiers that have already completed SSD 1, they will not have to also take DLC 1 just to go to BLC. The same goes with sergeants who have taken SSD 2 in preparation for ALC. Staff sergeants headed to SLC and master sergeants headed to USASMA will continue to use SSD as the new system rolls out. So again, this is just for the Joes. This is not everybody getting a fucking panic. DLC 3 will be going online this spring, while DLC 5 and 6 will be scheduled to go on this fall and next winter, respectively. So the new program is, of course, changing the way non-commissioned officers are getting the professional, the professional mentorship. In a way, I still don't believe in this online shit. The way I see it, you should go to the course, and then you show up, and you take a PT test. Remember when Sergeant of the Army Kid was Sergeant of the Army, Spanky? Remember when he was, or were you in the Army yet? Were you in the
Which
Army?
one, McKinney?
No, Kid. Sergeant of the Army Kid.
Oh, Kid. Yes.
Okay.
That was like the first one when I was in.
Oh, okay. Well, he was my second. Well, anyways. So, Sergeant of the Army Kid said that, hey, look, if you're not ready to go to fucking these NCOESs, we'll just throw you the fuck out. Like day 1. Day 0 was an APFT, and if you didn't pass a PT test, you didn't fucking come in.
Oh, I absolutely remember those days. Like, even when I first went to, it was called PLDC then.
Yes.
But yes.
You're
out.
So you're out. 1. You don't have to worry about it. There was no 1059.
If you were fat or failed, you were out.
There was no 1059. You weren't held harmless. You were fucking, there was no one going to fucking slam you. And there was nobody going to be saying anything about what your status was if you failed the fucking PT test or the height and weight. You just didn't get in. Now, the way they do it, if you fail a fucking PT test or you fail a fucking height and weight, it gets annotated on your 1059 and you get fucking bye-bye.
Pretty much your career's over.
You're going to get QSP or QMP,
yes.
whatever MP you're going to get, whatever Q you're going to get.
Right.
So the same day that the first DLCs went live, TRADOC also unveiled a new basic leader course, which is still 22 days long according to January Army release, but it still has 4 phases instead of 3. They have what they call foundations, leadership, readiness assessment. So some of these individuals, some of these quotes here are just kind of blah. So whether a quote, whether you're an 11 Bravo at Fort Benning or you're a 92 series at Fort Meade, you kind of view of leadership in the same manner, understanding that in the same manner as well. So the students of the new BLC will work collaboratively in groups of 4 through 22 lessons and 5 tests. None of them will be fucking multiple choice. So the days of the days of hunting and picking are over. The days of you going, this is easy, whatever.
Let me search for that line.
Let me search that. Let me hit a Control F and then drop a cup and paste, and then that's it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Or even like, back a little before that, you have like a stack of 50 regulations on your desk.
Correct.
And just look up at the index.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you just index it through there, and all of a sudden So anyways.
So a little bit more than book smart.
Yeah. So you're a little bit. But this time the Army wants you. What do you mean we got to write our answers out? We don't do the multiple choice. Are we ready for this? Is the Army ready for soldiers? Are you going to teach soldiers how to write? There's some soldiers that come in that have college degrees, but there's some soldiers that have never been to college whatsoever.
Right. I mean, yes, we have soldiers that come in with GEDs, and we have soldiers that come in with master's degrees.
Yeah.
Because I was in basic with both, even back then.
What was that? You said you didn't have any PSL, any PS Live credits? What the fuck is that? PS Live credits? You had credits? Shit, what the hell is this? What the hell's going on?
Yeah, Murphy, what's PS Live credits?
Yeah.
Because that means PlayStation to me.
Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah, exactly. PS Live Ivy or something like that. Blake, we want her eyebrows, not her head. Bring her eyebrows to me. You guys are awesome. Oh, man. Exactly that. Marshall says that, believe me, there are plenty of college kids that can't write to save their lives. You know what I mean? That's true. So it's hard. It's hard. In the Army, I think, again, going back again with the way the ACFT is going to be conducted and it's going to be fielded, I think it's going to be, I don't know. I think it's going to get weeded out. There's going to be some, because come on, when you went to BNOC, there was like that. The instructor would say, "Oh, that's not the POI. Here's the answer," and they give you the answer to the test.
Oh, they did it tap foot no matter what.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Whenever they're going over anything, and they tap foot, okay, let me write that shit down. And I'm not gonna lie, okay. In BNOC, I was distinguished honor grad because I learned the tap foot thing. I wrote that shit down, and I am very fucking book smart. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very fucking book smart, and I'm like, all right, let me write this shit down. Had pretty much every motherfucking answer to every test because, for one, I can look up anything in a reg in about 3 seconds, and every time they tapped a foot, let me write that down. So it wasn't fucking hard, And the same thing in PLDC, but they average in fucking PT scores because I was tied with 100% average in PLDC, and they had higher PT scores than me. So I didn't get it. That was it. The shit's not fucking hard.
Yeah, Joe says that the SSDs are pointless. You're right, they are. Absolutely.
I agree, because before they, made it with your rank, I did all of them, SSD, the 1 through 4, the one for sergeants and the one for staff sergeants, all in one night on staff duty. That because I was bored that night. So, and before they changed it over to where you could only do the ones for your rank.
Yeah, where the same thing was, there was a sergeant major in the shop. He just walked in and is like, "Hey guys, check this out. We got these SSDs coming up, and right now I don't think the Army's locked them down. So your focus, you better all be doing your SSDs."
Right.
We all did, like, it was all every day. And I mean, of course we had normal work, but in between, he's like, there's no such thing as downtime. Just knock out SSDs. I'm like, fuck yeah. So that's all we did was SSDs.
Yep.
And in a week, we did them all. I mean, all the all of us. I mean, we had buck sergeants that were SSD, almost SSD 5 and shit. You know what I mean? They went all the way up to 4, ready to go.
Yeah, I had them all done up to 4 on a 24-hour duty. That was like, okay, this is not teaching anybody anything.
No leadership. No, it's teaching leadership.
No. Wait, I forgot. I guess I did learn some. Don't remember what, but no, I learned how to click through some stuff, and if I missed something, okay, go back and read that. All right, now I know the answer. That's what I learned.
Exactly, Josiah. Multiple choice. You know when people write those caps like that with that's what I think. That's how I read it. Multiple choice.
No, you're supposed to bend over with your eyes bulged out like SpongeBob. Didn't you know?
Yeah, exactly. Multiple choice. You need to do the multiple choice. It's fucking awesome. That's good shit. Yeah, so look for that change to come out. Again, this is not something to scare everybody. It's going to be a rollout program, just like the ACFT. The Army Combat Fitness Test that's coming out soon as well. It's going to be great to start. Man, I can't wait. We've already going to be talking to some individuals to get this shit, filmed and shown. And we're also going to have some guests coming on to talk about the ACFT. Can't wait to have that guest on there too. So yeah, that was it. That was it. I don't want to get too much in the SSDs. This shit's boring. It really is. SSD is a boring fucking. It is a boring fucking. It's like. Yeah.
Oh, everybody's got to do it. Nobody wants to.
Everyone's got to do SSDs. Everyone's got to do whatever. But we don't.
Nobody wants to do it. Oh.
So, real quick, somebody had asked me, Ice, what's up with Fort Bragg? What's up with Fort Bragg? Fort Bragg is having a town hall meeting, a garrison town hall meeting at the Iron Mike Conference Center at. Where is the date at? Someone just said, it was the 20th of February. 20th of February at 0930 at the Iron Mike Conference Center on Fort Bragg. There's going to be a garrison town hall. Apparently, Fort Bragg just got rated the worst traffic, one of the worst places in the world for traffic.
You don't say.
The pictures and videos are epic. Epic as hell. Watching Fort Bragg, I guess... Here's what they're saying. I guess the commanders said, fuck it, I'm taking my soldiers back. Why do I have to have my soldiers pulling guard duty? And they all rebelled against the garrison. That's what the rumor is. They rebelled against the garrison. The garrison said, hey, but we need gate guards. And then the tactical commanders on the fucking post said, fuck you, we're taking our troops back. I mean, they didn't say fuck you, but they're like, these are my troops.
They're mine.
They're
but
mine.
Now they can't get to work.
Now they can't. Yeah, thank you. So because of the leadership on Fort Bragg required everybody to not... pull guard duty. Now the gates have the access control points have had altered hours in locations, and sometimes even closed down to key locations on the installation and around the installation, around the counties because there's specific counties that are surrounding Fort Bragg that have needs to access. So a couple of roads are on the east side of posts, and a couple of roads are on the west side of posts, and a couple of roads that are south of posts and north of posts were key arteries going into Fort Bragg. Well, due to the fact that there's been a change in hours and there's been a change sometimes in closures, they wouldn't even open them. It's causing soldiers up to at least 40 minutes to get on post. 40 fucking minutes. So I guess we were going to do a shout out to Fort Bragg. We'll get a shout out. We'll do that. Thanks. Fort Bragg PAO, you asked for the shout out, you got a shout out. Fort Bragg Garrison Town Hall, 20 February at 0930 at the Iron Mike Facebook page. The comments in there are gold for you guys at the center of the universe. Are fucking epic. It's fucking hilarious.
I've spent days reading these.
Oh my god! And not to mention the videos that we got in. That one video, that one guy leaving post. He said he forgot something, or he was leaving post, and he had that long video. I guess going all the way outside the All-American Gate, going I guess several miles down a couple of overpasses and shit like that. What the hell? Usually you have a town hall for like I don't know some issues or like that. I have never seen an installation get. I don't know what happened. So. Man, I wish Jose was.
Everybody's mad.
Yeah, I wish Jose was around. Yeah, I wish Jose would be around Fort Bragg to fucking check it out because he'll provide us some good information. But I think it's hilarious. So there you go. There is the town hall. So if there's anybody that's asking questions about what's up, then yeah, There's not. Jake says there is going to be no a town hall meeting because everyone's going to be stuck in traffic. You're right. All in traffic.
They should just move the town hall to the gate.
That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. Or move it off post somewhere. Have it somewhere else where they're not involved in I don't know showing up. It's at 9:30. So if you leave, here's the thing: if you leave, well, you can't leave PT. You can't leave for PT. So if you go do PT and take your stanky ass out to fucking the Iron Mike Center from wherever you're at, because you can't leave post. It's going to take you a few hours to get back. It's going to take you some time, because from what I'm hearing, that there's also access out of Fort Bragg at specific times that's hard to get out. So the 2 hours that it takes for you to get out and the 2 hours it takes for you to come back in, you might as well just stay on post and just go to the Iron Mike Conference Center. That's going to be fun.
Right. And I've seen the pictures on the weekends. Like, I'm at Hood. There's a lot of fucking traffic here, especially coming in the gates. But just at the normal traffic times, like, PT after lunch, leaving after work. That's normal. You're used to that. But, like, trying to get off post on the weekend, like, I've seen those pictures. Like, what the fuck? Like, let me out.
Yeah, really. Yeah. No, sorry, Troop. Then, of course, you have those guys that say, well, you need to leave earlier from PT if you want to go blah, 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 blah. And so you better blah, blah.
And like I said, I've seen some of these comments, but this one, I'm not going to lie, I laughed for like probably 20 minutes.
Oh, they're classic.
My kid came out, she's like, what are you laughing at? I read it to her, she just had no idea. She just went back to her room and ignored me. Please shut down more gates, or at least have it so each gate is only open for an hour at a time, but nobody knows which one.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, someone said that musical gates and shit. It's fucking awesome. It's like the command on post has a roulette wheel of what gate they're gonna open and what gate they're gonna close. Okay, which one? The great wheel of gates. Which one's gonna be? Is it gonna be this gate or that gate? And what hours are we gonna do? We're gonna open the gate from 6 to 8.
Everybody's just got to drive around.
Everyone's driving around the perimeter of Fort Bragg, just finding a gate to open up, and then it's like musical chairs. Everyone just goes flying. Everyone just hauls ass to the gate, trying to get on there. I couldn't even imagine having an installation like that would have all that fucking shit. Yeah,
now I want to see this. They should do it because that'd be fun.
Yeah, exactly. For
me to watch.
Yeah, Cost says for a Skype to town hall. Do it Facebook Live so that way people can watch it from their phones. You want some help, Fort Bragg? We'll be more than happy to help you. Give us the link and we'll be more than happy to post that for you. As a matter of, you know what? Yeah, you know what? Yeah. Oh, yeah. What day was that? It was on the 20th, right? What do we got going on? It's
the 20th of February.
Oh, that's a no broadcast day.
8:30 a.m. The Wednesday.
Yeah. Oh, that's a no broadcast day. So, yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Definitely. We can give up some airspace for our friends at Fort Bragg. Fort Bragg, give us a call. Shoot the shit with us. Or if you want, what would be better? Let's call up Fort Bragg. Or let's have the garrison, come on and they could do. We're not being sarcastic, Fort Bragg. We love all of our installations and all of our great units in our U.S. Army. However, we'd be more than happy to get the message out. More than happy. If you want to shoot a video and then send it to us, we'll post a video for you. Or if you just want to sit there and call us up on a show and say, hey, this is Sergeant Major so-and-so, and this is Colonel so-and-so from the installation on Fort Bragg, and blah, 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 blah. Or we could just do a town hall. You could do a virtual town hall. Again, so that way people can throw their comments in their car while they're waiting to get in the gate. Oh, my God.
This is what I want to talk about, as they post their video.
Yeah, exactly.
It's 40 minutes long as I've been sitting here trying to get in.
It really. But yeah, the fucking man, Fort Bragg. Oh,
I mean, I do get what they were trying to do is get their soldiers, back to their units and get rid of, all the taskings. But
yeah, but isn't that what MPs do?
But I don't know. I mean, I haven't really seen actual MPs on the gates in years. I've seen the DA civilian cops and the soldiers that are tasked out here at Hood. I don't know how Fort Bragg does things. Yeah. And at Campbell, I've seen the same thing. I don't even remember seeing DA civilians at the gates on Campbell.
A.O. Como in the mixer chat says, have it at the CG's house. That's not moldy. Or maybe moldy. He's just not going to tell nobody.
Yeah, or maybe he hasn't found it yet.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, we can film it. Yeah. You guys give us some Facebook Live stuff. Go for it. We don't care. Ooh, man, they better. Here's your mission. Get some video of the town hall film it and send it to us. I want to know if they're going to do this. We should get our front desk and our PAO on this to talk to their PAO and see if they want. We could help Fort Bragg. We could provide assistance to our installations by giving the WTF Nation, their constituents, their soldiers, reasons why they only have one gate open, 2 gates open during the high peak travel times, during PT time and work call and the end of the day and lunch. Yeah, what's wrong with that? Shit, you know what time it is already?
What time is it?
It's time for it's almost top of the hour again. Shit. It's time for it is a time for a break. This is crazy. I can't believe we're kind of like kind of like flying through this show here. I'm having fun.
Right?
So anyways, we'll be right back, and we're gonna go refill drinks and take a piss break, smoke break. Things that you do when you don't or do have a D214 break, and shots
And Valentine shots.
And Valentine shots, yes, you can get a quickie. Shots.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
Keep on drinking till I comatose, or I pass out on the floor. You got me staring out the window. 8 hours late and you're a no-show. Where I'm from, that's called a no-go. I guess I should have known. I'm sleeping with one eye open, hoping you will make it whole. Oh, you're always on my mind, but right here, right now, I'm better without you. Oh, I've done this for some time, but right now I know that I'm better on my Remember when we used to lay in bed and talk the night away? Today it feels like you have nothing left to say. I pack my bags and collect my things. Take what you want, but you can't have me. I'm keeping my heart under lock and key wherever I may roam. Sleeping with one eye open, hoping you will make it whole. Oh, you're always on my mind, but right here, right now, I'm better without you. Oh, I've done this for some time, but right now I know that I'm better on my own. You and me are heading for a disaster, one I cannot ignore. I'm moving forward, you're moving backwards. I can't take anymore. So come on, you're always on my mind, but right here, right now, I'm better without you. You're always on my mind, but right here, right now, I'm better without you. Oh, I've done this for some time, but right now I know that I'm better on my
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Hi, Lieutenant. How are you doing? Aw, did you find your land nav point, Lieutenant? Good job, Lieutenant. You get a
Expert Action Badge.
put on your uniform right,
Expert Action Badge.
show up to work on time,
Expert Action Badge.
qualify on your weapon,
Expert Action Badge. Badge of Action.
find your guidon.
Expert Action Badge.
That's right. Just doing your noble warrior task and drills, you get a
Expert Action Badge.
Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
Please enjoy the show. Shots.
Shit in a bag, Pogue. Badge of Action.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Action Badge.
Looking up and fading out, serious shapes I found blow me away. Van Allen right around, pushing through. Skin is brown, nature has us trapped in fear, so I get lost in sound. I wonder if you'll ever know why I am the way I am. I've been thinking a lot about
this Facebook Live? I've never heard of this shit.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
Oh shit! Sorry, my bad. I was like, all right, show's over, fuckers. I'm just kidding. Welcome back. Welcome back to Sergeant's Time, Part 3 of Sergeant's Time, broadcasting live from the Functional Veteran Center of Excellence. Whoa, hey, what's up with the chats? Thanks, go. Whoa. Okay. Anyways, welcome back to Part 3 of Sergeant's Time. Hey, real quick, just breaking news right now. We have some news with D. Treasy. D. Treasy pulling some shit. Okay, so we all real quick. There's some things that are happening right now. We all know that there's not going to be a government shutdown. Everyone's freaking out for the government shutdown, and everyone's like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, I'm going to sign the deal. I'm going to sign this, and everyone's all happy, and I think this is something we can live with. And the president says, I'm also going to kick the anthill and watch you fuckers scurry around, and I'm going to declare an emergency on Friday. Epic as fuck. Dude knows no bounds of trolling all the fucking... He's trolling everybody. Fuck it. He's expected to announce that he will use executive action to draw on a variety of administration funding sources to help finance the wall. Dude, he is determined on this fucking wall. He wants to stop them migrants.
He's going to have a garage sale soon.
Dude, he's going... I'm telling you what, this is fucking hilarious because everyone was worrying about a government shutdown and everyone was like, whoa, hey, what's going on with this? What's going on with that? And we're going to be doing this shutdown and blah, 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 blah. The president's not going to sign this, and the president's not going to be doing this. And the next thing you know, everyone's like, oh, well, the president's not going to do this. We're not going to give him no money for the wall. We're not going to give him no money for this. That's out of the question. We'll help out. We will do some reform and border security, blah, 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 blah. Next thing you know, the news is going nuts now. Going nuts. Absolute ape shit on what's happening right now with the news. I fucking love it. I fucking love it. I think that there's anybody that is a professional troll in government, it'd be him. You know what I mean?
I mean, we're probably going to see like one of those troll dolls next to his picture, like in our history books in like 20 years.
Yeah. What's up, Terry?
I know. I just saw that cloud of vape smoke.
You saw that vape. You saw the everyone take a look to your left, and entering the stage left is my man Terry. What up, Terry? Man, you just showing up now at the third segment, making fun of D. Treasy. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Yeah, you are really late, dude. So my point being is that he is signing this thing. He signed the bill. Everyone's like, okay, cool, whatever. It was a comprehensive border security measure, and then he just said, yeah, I'm also going to use that executive action. I'm going to declare a national emergency. Now everybody is now losing their shit. Now, mind you, this is not Sergeant's Time related at all that, but this is breaking news, and it will affect some service members that are on the border. But I just think it's fucking hilarious that what the. Can he do that? Is that like kind of like, can he do that? Is that like, whatever? I mean, can he? I mean, they're all like, he's going to sign this, he's going to sign that, but no one really had an insight. But then all of a sudden he comes out and says he's going to declare an emergency. An official confirmed that the president is set to announce the total amount to be in the range of $8 billion. So meanwhile, while your housing is all fucked up, while we're getting some pinks and greens, $8 billion is going to be signed for executive action. And he wants to do, check this, oh my God, it gets better. The series of events were set in motion by earlier today in the Senate floor announcement from McConnell. Mitch McConnell said there would be a drop in his opposition from the national emergency movement in order to advance the government funding measure. Then, speaking on the floor, McConnell sought to reassure lawmakers that the president's position before taking a vote on the plan falls short of a $9 billion or whatever. So he pretty much, everyone basically signed off on it, not thinking that the president was going to do it. Then everyone voted on it. Like, I think he kind of duped them. Like, there was no discussion about it. Then the next thing you know, bam, Everyone voted for it. Yeah, okay, whatever. And then he drops a nuke. That's fucking awesome. That is fucking awesome. That is fucking awesome. Unreal. Well, my biggest thing is that now what? So now what about all those soldiers that are stationed down at the border? So does that mean they're going to be part of that mix? I mean, we already talked about there was already 5,000 soldiers already down there, right? And they're talking about, so if with this amount of money, isn't that part of that resource to help finish the construction of the barriers? The barriers now, they're not calling them walls, they're calling them barriers.
Yeah, I know. Semantics.
Yeah, exactly. I don't understand how come they don't want to fucking do it.
Because Trump says he wants to. That's the only reason why. If you ask me.
Is it really that though? I mean, is it really that? I mean, my point being is that we're look, they I don't know. I mean, look, the way I see it, I just think it's fucking hilarious that he just said, "Yeah, don't worry about this. I'll find other ways of getting it." And then next thing you know, it's almost like he was waiting in Congress. Did they sign it? Did they sign it? Did they all sign it? Both parties sign it? They already voted on it. Okay, I'm announcing a fucking emergency. It's like he trolled the fuck out of him. He trolled the fuck out of him. Now, of course, in line with great idea fairies that he likes to throw out as well, we're doing this fucking parade possibly on the 4th of July. That's what the rumor mill is happening right now. Be prepared.
Again?
Be prepared to, Army, WTF Nation, of a possible parade happening on the 4th of July. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm laughing again. Like, is it going to happen this time? I'm not going to laugh. But, fuck's sakes.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I can just imagine that shit.
Shine your boots.
Shine your boots.
Or your pinks and greens.
Yeah,
Daly's going to be out there front and center. Modeling them shits.
Pinks and greens. Pinks and greens. Pinks and greens. Pinks and greens. That's fucking awesome. Yeah, so now we're talking, there's discussion of having the great military parade that we were supposed to have, last year or something like that? No, were we supposed to have it last year?
Yeah, it was like, was it last, I don't know,
Veterans Day. Yeah, that's right. It was the last Veterans Day parade because D. Treasy went and saw Paris. He went to go see the French soldiers. They were doing their parade and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so now
he saw them first. And he wanted his own.
Yeah, he wanted his own. I want to see planes. I want to see uniforms. I want to see it. Because so now, think about this. Maybe, you know what? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's the fact that there were maybe the Army knew all about this. I'm going to put some Army tinfoil here. Maybe the Army knew that this was coming, which is why they were kind of pushing on the pinks and greens so much. Maybe they knew.
You might be right. We need new uniforms for this new parade.
New uniforms for this new parade on the 4th of July. So it's only February right now, so you guys can go ahead and get started. Get kicked it up if you want. See how that's going to work out for you. God dang, I couldn't imagine having a fucking a parade in D.C. Ugh.
It's too much traffic.
Oh, my God. Yeah, it's like Fort Bragg traffic at D.C. There is no, you know what I mean? One I can imagine. Have you been there during Memorial Day? Back when they used to have the Rolling Thunder rally and stuff like that during Memorial Day, I participated in one of those events, and it's nice, and it gets closed off, and it's all this other shit. And there's a lot of traffic going on during Memorial Day, so I couldn't imagine a bunch of tanks, a Stryker vehicle, some helicopters flying over and shit like that. I couldn't even imagine the mess of that happening. Then of course, Sorens being Sorens. A lot of behooving going on and some caveating. They will have a rehearsal.
Damn, we got to the third hour without you using those words.
Well, straight up. Well, because I had to throw in the behoove factor. Come on, Sarge, you all know that there's a behoove factor every time there's an event that's supposed to be a morale pumping and all that, even when it's mandatory fun. You get behoove and caveat off what the commander said. So that's what's happening right now. I guarantee it. I'll guarantee all these big sergeant majors are like, yeah. We need I know what we could do, sir. We can behoove and caveat on this and have this parade have here. There's already, I'm sure, once the word got out, is where all these fucking parade NCOs got their fucking chance to come out.
Well, once the work it out, we better start forming up fucking now. That's what I would think.
Yeah, really.
With the prior to this and the prior to that.
Yeah, with the prior to this and
Like that huge of a formation. I mean, especially if we need to draw weapons or tanks or something, like fuck, we better start now.
You best believe WTF Nation Radio will be there to cover that. If there is such a parade,
Oh yeah,
we will be there to cover it.
definitely.
That will be hilarious. That will be. I can't wait to see people fall out because it's the 4th of July. If you've
And
not,
I'm sure it'll be hot.
that's what I'm saying. If you've not been in DC on the 4th of July, it is hot.
I have been in DC on the 4th of July before. It's hot as fuck.
Yeah, it is. What the hell is this? What are you saying? Oh, fuck you sent me, Specky. Why do I get to get the pink fucking aluminum foil? You're talking about the tin foil.
There's pink and green aluminum foil.
This pinks and green. Oh, play on words. Pinks and green aluminum foil. That's fucking funny. So according to here, what I'm getting from the WTF Nation investigative team, it was 240-188 with 8 Republicans joining with the Democrats to pass the bill. Wow, House vote 240-188. So that's what passed the bill. That's fucking insane. But going back to what I was saying. So going back about this parade dealio. I can't believe he even brought it up again. I don't even know why it's a discussion. I mean, no, I'm not saying that I don't mind showing off the professional arms.
I mean, why?
But
how are you even surprised that it's a discussion? He didn't get what he wanted the first time.
he still
wants it.
He still wants it. So that means Huge can have the old guard. You know the tomb soldiers.
Yes.
You can put them on fucking detail. They have the fife and with the flute corps or something like that. The guys that dress in old period dress and
yes.
And they fucking they dress in colonial shits and all that when they have the night tattoos and shit. Just take him to one of those. Take him to one of those.
Show off all his new war power and everything that he has available to him. And I think that's probably what he wants. I don't know. Probably need every tank and weapon and airplane and firepower, and I don't know. We probably need to call everybody back that's deployed and get the entire army to do the parade. I don't know. I think that's what he wants. I don't know, because it's got to be huge.
Yeah,
we need all of it.
Terry said he'll be a guest reporter. Could you imagine? Ice, this is Terry broadcasting live from the Lincoln Memorial. This shit's fucking hot.
Why's Terry got to sound like that?
No, because he said no.
Why can't Terry sound like this?
Yeah, Terry. What's up, motherfucker? Shit, this is going on Lincoln Memorial. These motherfuckers here. No, you give me a swing of my vape. These motherfuckers here talking shit. Man, it's fucking hot.
Wait, isn't weed legal in DC?
Terry, out, huh? I don't know.
I believe it is.
Yeah, the Twilight tattoo thing. Yeah, exactly that, Bailey. They have that shit. Thank you. I was never a ceremonial NCO to know what the fuck that was, so I have a feeling that them sergeants that's what they're there for, right? They're all a specific height and they're all whatever, and they can go do whatever, and that's it. They're all there. You go. They can do a Twilight tattoo and shit right there during the daytime, and then fly a couple Apaches over that shit to make him feel like he's good to go. Didn't even have to be at our. It's like throw some National Guard helicopters over there and shit. On the 4th of July.
No, we need all of them. The entire active duty, National Guard, Reserve Force, all of it. The entire formation.
Exactly. All right, this is some bullshit. They got motherfucking Apaches, and it's raining. Back to you. I'm sorry. I love you, Terry, man. We know how Terry sounds like, but I'm just saying,
I kind of imagine like a Samuel Jackson type voice with a vape cloud.
Yeah, with a big vape cloud. You hear like Samuel Jackson in a vape cloud. He would be like, "Look at this motherfucker! I can't believe this motherfucking parade is this fucking God. It's fucking hot. All right, it's back to you, motherfucker." Oh my God. Oh my.
He should be like the master of ceremonies at this, because we have to have the entire army in the formation. So we have to
Yeah, well, he said the military, so it could be the Marine Corps too. They're all snazzed up too, so they can have
He
this.
did say the military.
Yeah, so he said he can have. We can have the Marine
Terry's
Corps.
gonna be in fucking formation too.
Yeah, so the Marines will be fucking doing their silent drill team shits. They have the silent drill team up there. They have the Twilight Tattoo guys that can do their shit. You got a couple of you could fly some Blue Angels and some fucking Thunderbirds and yeah, you there you go. There's your fucking parade.
Terry's gonna be in formation too.
Terry's not. Terry's covering live. I can see Terry right now. He's gonna be wearing some Oakleys on his eye, on his face, with a WTF Nation radio mic. This motherfucker's hot. Throwing a vape in his mouth. God damn, where's the weed at? Love you, Terry. Fuck, man. He says. See, he even said, "Really, Samuel Jackson." I guess he doesn't want to be Samuel Jackson.
I just imagine it.
I could just imagine him like Samuel Jackson. Good choice, motherfuckers. Thank you for choosing me, motherfuckers. Or we can get, or we can get CT Fletcher.
Oh yeah, we can. He's on the mend. He's doing great now.
He is on the mend. We need to have him come back. I missed her.
Cuss everybody out.
Yep.
If
exactly.
they fall out.
Oh my God. I know exactly. What's up, These motherfuckers here can't march.
I got a new heart and you can't walk 5 miles. Get the fuck up.
Exactly. You can't fucking stop CT Fletcher, man. He's got a new heart. So we need to bring him back, man. Have him come back on again. Noted CT Fletcher, star of Batman versus Superman. Played one of the baddies in there. Also inspirational. It's still your motherfucking set. Iron Addict. He's a good friend at the station. But yeah, I couldn't even imagine no, fuck this parade. No. You had your chance. You've had your chance to impress the military. Now it's over. You can kick some of that coin over to give us some fucking housing. Hey, you know what? I got an idea for every. How he donates his presidential paycheck to like specific groups and shit like that. How about you donate? How about from here on out until the end of your presidency? Who knows how long you'll last? Donate your fucking pay to an installation to renovate fucking barracks. How about that? Or housing. How about that?
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
But I think Corvius and Lindley make enough money off BAH. Hey, they don't need it. Make them actually use it to, renovate the housing. Barracks, on the other hand, I could see that because that's not privatized. So yeah, renovating the barracks. And then, actually making, the privatized housing using the money they're making off of BAH, make them use it.
Yeah, So the Paris Parade in 2018, it lasted 1 hour and 15 minutes. It was 30 minutes with a fireworks, light, and sound show, and the parade is also one of the tradition. The march speed was 88 steps a minute, and 4,300 troops also included with soldiers from Japan, Singapore, Spain, and Belgium. No tanks. The fuck was Japan doing there? The fuck? Was it the celebration of World War II? Weren't they the bad guys? Do we celebrate that shit? I mean, that's the 4th of July. Do you invite British people over? Do you invite the Brits over to fucking march with us and shit? What you fucking? All of a sudden, fucking, I'm gonna have a PTSD flashback to the fucking Revolutionary War. Redcoats! Chill, man.
You were there. Sorry.
Oh man, the Coast Guard will be there exactly that, Jake, as long as they get paid. No, but think about it. So we got those stats down, and so there's a lot of behooving. Now, what I would recommend, and this is what I see, if I was the Corps Sergeant Major of each installation for the day that had, or a command sergeant major of a large command, 4-star command, like I don't know, Force Guard, Traitor, or whatever. I would tell all the units, hey, look, guys, we gotta swallow this, okay? Let's swallow this fucking hard pill and let's do this fucking thing. So tell you what, up until the parade begins, we will mark off specific areas of an airfield and have you march on the parade to simulate where you're standing off at. So I would break each airfield off like some of the street segments in DC. So that way you have a layout of an airfield for each unit marching that specific area. Because, you know, when you form everybody up, it's not going to matter. So you have to learn how to do the eyes right and also the bullshit and all that. And you would simulate conditions at on a runway, on an Army runway. Because trust me, the 101st just had their change of command and they flew Apaches all over the fucking place. They had a division review. The 82nd has their division review and all this other stuff. So it would be that easy. Hell, they launched rockets from their fucking drop zone when we had Joe Pacino come on here. From the 82nd, and we were covering All American Week, and he was talking about the rockets, and they were firing rockets from the drop zone. So you get a piece of each airfield, and that is the simulated area. So see, July 4th, so at the end of Memorial Day weekend, you motherfucker better start marching. You should just have your units out there marching in mass formation, because there's going to be some behooving, some caveating of some sergeants major. They're going to want to make sure this is done right, because you're going to be doing this with the president and shit like that. Then I guarantee it, all the motherfucking profiles are going to be coming out of the woodwork. All of them.
All of them, and then like probably about 7,000 new ones.
Correct. And you know what? And this is where, you want to have the office. This is, the whole idea. And all of a sudden now officers won't want to fucking march because they want to get FaceTime with the old man. You know what I mean? They want to get FaceTime with the boss. I want to go FaceTime with the boss. You never go to fucking formation, sir. Warrants will be coming out of the woodwork.
Wait, I didn't even know you were in this unit. I didn't even know we had like a CW5 here. Like, where have you been for the last 3 years?
Oh, shit.
Like, who are you?
Where the fuck you been?
Like, let me...
Talk with the boss. They always say, I got to talk to the boss. All right, dude, shit. So,
all right.
So you're going to have all the officers. So you're going to have the division staff. So I'm just picturing a division. So you're going to have the division staff. So there's going to be some behooving from a division sergeant major to make sure all the brigades are going to be trooped up. That's if the Army says you will select one brigade. Now, mind you, if you're in the 18th Airborne Corps and you're not on division ready status, DRB status, or the Global Response Force, that's when everybody will be hoping they will be in the field.
Right?
Because of all that fucking behooving going on. So then you should practice that. That's what I would do. That's easy. What unit's going to be going to JRTC or doing field stuff like that? I want to pick one brigade to do that. I'll volunteer. Sergeant Major Ice, what do you got for your division? I got my one brigade. These are my parade bitches for this time, because the rest of the division's going to be doing some train up, and they're going to be doing, global response stuff, or they're going to be doing EDRI stuff, or they're going to be going to NTC, or they're going to be going to, you know what I mean? That's it. I would already select. Hey, you guys, I can already tell you right now, you guys are going to be the parade bitches. I'm sorry. Sorry, First Sergeants.
and you need to be able to button all the buttons on your pants before you can be in the parade.
Exactly. If you got a dicky do, then no. I'll go talk to the boss. Sorry, dude. No. If your uniform looks like they're screaming for dear life, and you can barely walk to begin with, I'd suggest you not. As a matter of fact, you're going to NTC with the rest of the brigade. How about that? That's what I would do. Too easy. Easy shit. It would be no problem. It would be all. You'd have like a ready parade. You'd have a ready brigade parade, a ready parade brigade. So that way you'd have to worry about it.
Parade Pretty took on a whole new meaning.
Yeah, exactly.
Now.
Parade Pretty, exactly. And it'll be fun because you'll have the division staff there. So you'll have the division staff, all these guys that, oh, well, MAGA. Oh, okay, motherfucker, you're going to MAGA your ass in front of the president then in DC on the 4th of fucking July. Go MAGA your ass in DC. How about that? How about you MAGA march your shit? Fuck. Terry's going to be like, these MAGA motherfuckers here they get falling out the goddamn march. Ice, back to you.
Again, why does Terry gotta sound like that?
Well, I don't know, because he came on the phone. I'm just saying him yelling. I'm just imitating him if he would be yelling. So, I love you, Terry.
We do.
That's your motherfucker WTF Nation correspondent, Terry. Ice, it's fucking hot. Back to you, motherfucker. Oh my god. Oh man. Fuck, man. So that's what's happening. Oh man, this is fucking happening. This is gonna so we got the parade stuff going on. We have the wall being built up. We have now we have an emergency fund. So now the Republicans and the Democrats are now going to be fucking blaming each other and saying all this, and now possibly the president's going to have. I'll tell you what. I bet you within the veteran community, this whole fucking time you wanted to get rid of the opioid epidemic, and I tell you what, you didn't say shit. You didn't say a fucking thing about the veterans. Pinks and greens, pinks and greens. I'm gonna get me some pinks and greens. Didn't say shit. And every time we rag on D. Treasy, Facebook doesn't shut us down. So Facebook all of a sudden,
he ain't scared.
all of a sudden, Facebook increases our numbers. Oh, you're talking about MAGA? Fuck this. Let's raise this shit up.
Right?
Oh man, no, it's just fucking unreal. So worry about fucking the veterans and worry about the soldiers and getting their pay. Get that housing, man. It was sad to hear those stories. The one story about Camp Lejeune, the water, Camp Lejeune not paying, and all this stuff. Then we got stuff going on with the Ferris Act. Rich Stayskull was up in D.C. just talking and hanging out with I already forgot his lawyer. I know Natalie Quam. That's her name. His lawyer Natalie Quam and Stayskulls went up to D.C. So this shit's happening, and that's what we need to focus on: the Ferris Doctrine, medicinal marijuana, getting our vets off of fucking opioids, and getting our housing and our installations squared away. This is not a difficult process, but yet we're able to create systems that say, where am I going to establish the military's AI presence and be able to operate in the fifth domain while our soldiers suck on mold? But fucking real. Back to you, Terry. It's fucking hot. Oh, man. This is fucking unreal. So, again, stay tuned with that. We have no fucking clue what's going to happen. Of course, we'll get some of the inside deets and all that. We'll try to throw it out to you and all that. If you guys obviously have subscribed or shared and liked WTF Nation Radio, U.S. Army WTF Moments, you'll also find out, too, that we'll post news stories on there that are pertinent to the veteran community and active duty National Guard and Reserve and retired peeps to make sure your shit's good to go. What was that one thing that I was going to talk about? Oh, yeah. So this last story we're going to talk about, I know we've been poking fun at the treesies. This last story we're going to talk about. Okay, y'all. Okay, look, I'm going to give you some advice. All right, if you're deployed and you've done something while you've been deployed, and it was during the rules of engagement back in the day for what happened while you were deployed, shut the fuck up, and that's it. That's not the time to go out and brag because you think you're fucking cool somewhere and then start bragging about, well, I used to do this, and I used to do that, and I used to do this, and I used to do that. I used to do this, and vet bros and beard and
right. I'm
t-shirt.
cool.
I'm cool. Yeah, to brag about it. I used to do this, and I put bodies on the ground, and you don't understand where I come from, blah, 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 blah. Dakota Meyer once said that most of the guys that have been involved in a situation like that probably weren't. Talking all that shit.
In my experience is most of the people that have been involved in shit like that don't really talk about the
Correct.
shit they've been involved
Correct.
in shit like that.
Yeah, exactly. So, now, here's the thing that you don't talk about a lot in what you, like I said, I keep going back to the rules of engagement, what it was back in the day. I don't know too much details of what's going on in the story because, of course, the press, the press, WTF Nation Radio, US Army, WTF Moments are privy to a lot of the information when it comes to ongoing investigations, especially when it comes to the members of the Special Operations Committee. After 8 years and 2 investigations in the intervention of a congressman, Matthew Goldstein has been charged with murder in the death of an Afghan man during a 2010 deployment. Goldstein's commander, quote, said, has determined that sufficient evidence exists to warrant the referral of charges against him. A U.S. Army Special Operations Command spokesman said Major Goldstein is being charged with the murder of an Afghan male during his 2010 deployment. The Major's attorney, Philip Stackhouse, told the Army Times, and this is what I'm getting the source from, quote, Army Times, that his client learned of the charges on Thursday as well, and that the murder charge carries the possibility of the death penalty. Stackhouse called his client a humble servant leader who saved countless lives, both American and Afghan, and has been recognized repeatedly for his valorous actions. He's been recalled to active duty now. He's been out. He was out. Confirmed he has been recalled to active duty and is under the command of the USASOC Headquarters Company, which is like their agency. And then we'll review the warrant, preferred charges to determine if the Major will face an Article 32 hearing that could lead to a court-martial. That commander has 120 days to make the decision. Goldstein has been placed on voluntary excess leave when administrative status for soldiers pending lengthy administrative proceedings. And he's not being confined because obviously he's been no charges yet. He was a captain at the time, was deployed in Afghanistan in 2010 with the 3rd Special Forces Group during the intense battle of Marja. Explosives planted on a booby trap door killed 2 Marines and wounded 3 others who were working with the Major's units. During those heated days, Goldstein earned a Silver Star. So this guy has, he got some awards. That dude's doing some badass shit. Kicked some ass, took some names. The nation's third highest award for valor. He helped track down a sniper targeting his troops and assisted a wounded Afghan soldier and helped coordinate multiple airstrikes. He would be awarded in the 2011 ceremony at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, and the award was later approved for an upgrade to Distinguished Service Cross, which, you know, is like one step below a Medal of Honor.
Medal of Honor.
Yeah. So, both the medal and his coveted Special Forces tab will be stripped from him due to the investigation that eventually closed in 2014 without any charges. An Army Board of Inquiry recommended the general discharge for Goldstein and found no clear evidence that the soldier violated the rules of engagement. This would allow Goldstein to retain most of his retirement benefits under recommended general discharge under honorable conditions. And though he was cleared of a armed conflict law violation, the board found Goldstein's conduct unbecoming of an officer. He was already out of the Special Forces and was already waiting a discharge. So this could have been the end of it. But in mid-2015, Army documents surfaced that he told the CIA interviewers during a polygraph that he'd killed an alleged bomb maker and later conspired to destroy the body. Then he went on to Fox News to talk about it. Admitted to a version of the incidents involving the killing of an Afghan bomb maker. The Army, of course, opened up a second investigation nearing the end of 2016. Now, of course, something like that, you got to give a poly and all that. But then to compound that, you go on Fox News. Now, again, I don't know the details of the investigation. All I can say is it's kind of fishy. Okay, so it gets better. Breaking just recently, just not even 7 hours ago, the Army special agent who led the investigation of him now faces charges of stolen valor. And both the Green Berets attorney and others in the military legal circles say that the charge could have serious impact on the Army's case against Major Goldstein. Based on the recent development and allegations of the case mismanagement, Goldstein has waived his right to an Article 32 probable cause hearing and asked the government to speed up the trial to dismiss the charges. Today, he also requested for a reassignment for military duty of Fort Bragg to D.C. Now, you know what's happening.
It makes sense.
Well, you know what's happening. It's now influence of the command. He wants to get away from that area. He wants to get away from the command. And I think it's good. If you're under an investigation like that or you're dealing with some stuff, you don't know who your friends are. I mean, you have friends, but you don't know who's going to be on your side, who's going to try to cover it up, who's going to not try to cover it up, who's going to be on your side, who's going to not be on your side. And if there's nothing wrong, I would recommend that, especially with the sensitivity of his case. No big deal. However, on January 31st, Sergeant First Class Mark De La Cruz, a special agent with the CID, was charged with falsifying promotion files and other records by listing at least 3 occasions a Purple Heart Award that he never received, an air assault badge, which I don't know why you want to fake that. Anyways. Sorry. Goddamn, go airborne. Anyways.
Sorry, 101st.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 101st. Yeah. I shouldn't make fun of the Rocket Sons love me on Twitter. So, the Pathfinder badge and the Combat Action badge, none which he rated. Stolen fucking valor. The Army CID confirmed that those details of the charges, and a spokesman said that in an email, he has been suspended from duty from the allegations since came to light in late 2018. Late 2018. Let's do some fucking beer math again. God damn it, why are we doing beer math on Sergeant's time? So the beer math was, so he's just now released, and now he's going to fucking hit, these charges have been known since 2018. No wonder Major Goldstein wants to fucking go to the the military district of Washington. Holy fuck. Fort Bragg is kind of hostile to him right now. Yeah, I'm talking about the CID aspect of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Again, I'm not at all talking about the command. I'm just talking about the fact that, hey, this right here, it's best to get him out. So now this has been weighed in by D. Treasy. At the request of many, I will be reviewing the case of U.S. military hero Major Matt Goldstein, who was charged with murder. He could be facing the death penalty from our own government after he admitted to killing a terrorist bomb maker while overseas. I'm telling you what, this is getting some heat. You have to have your shit on lock when you're fucking dealing with investigations with CID. You have to have your shit on lock. And if there is a taint of it, taint of the investigation from a taint, I'm playing on words here. But if there is, if somebody is already getting busted for already falsifying his own records, a Purple Heart, a air assault badge, a Pathfinder badge, and a combat action badge, already falsifying for his records. He could possibly have been promoted and is involved in an investigation. You don't mean to tell me that's not going to impact?
Right.
There has been other cases in the civilian world that the case would have been thrown out. Like straight up. Charges dismissed. Go ahead.
It's just making me nuts. Like, you're the investigator and you have no integrity and you have falsified this, and this. Like, what else can you lie about?
Right. Exactly. So wait a minute. If you were able to falsify official military, he said stolen valor. Even the stolen valor page said, "Look at this motherfucker." Stolen valor broke this shit too.
Like, you've lost all credibility.
Yeah, we should have him on here. We get like.
I'm sure he can come in.
He'll come on here.
Fuck, I'll ask, but he's coming on. He goes like, I
well, I'm sorry,
the investigator. I falsified my shit.
No, not the investigator. Major Goldstein. Major Goldstein. I think Major Goldstein coming on the show would be kind of enlightening, but he's already in the international realm. I don't know if that's too much for us.
Yeah, well, I mean, of course I can ask, but again, with him being still under investigation, I don't know how much he can say.
That's true. That's true. No, you're right. That's a good point. You know, in his status right now, he's getting looked at under a microscope, which is why he's obviously waiving the Article 32. Get his ass to trial because he's going to highlight, hey, the guy that was involved in this investigation stuff is part of the guy. You know, he may be an elite investigator or an investigator or just a damn dude who was helping with the paperwork. It don't matter. If anybody in that stuff is not, if it's not sanitary, I mean, you got to, you're playing with somebody's fucking life on here.
Right.
And I want to know why the Army waited for this long. Now soldiers are not going to admit what they did. Especially the guys on the special operations side of the house. They're not going to admit what they did while they're deployed overseas. They would rather fucking lie. Oh, I'm seeing this fucking dude get hemmed the fuck up for what happened when he was downrange. And someone's going to hold a different lens to it because they weren't fucking there? And we're not talking about that guy who fucking, who left the wire and killed a whole fucking family and then set him on fire and then walked back out for a smoke. Not that guy. Everyone knew he was a bomb maker.
Right. I mean, am I going to be a little mad if, the special operations soldier killed a bomb maker?
No.
I mean, am I?
Yeah. No, as I'm saying, but a special operations guy's also going to be. There's a fine line of what he can and cannot say.
Exactly, and
and of course you're going to have individuals that are not in the community. They're not going to understand what you mean, and then you got a guy that's leading.
Oh, I'm not in that community whatsoever. I'm a soldier, and if a bomb maker died, and even if it wasn't completely up to par, as long as it was just a bomb maker and not his, innocent, and I'm saying that in quotes, family, I can't say I would be mad about it. I mean, that's just me, and that's just my opinion.
Guilty.
And,
that's the way I see it.
Yeah.
Guilty. If it's because you got to look about it too. Look at all the write-ups and everything for Medals of Honor. And read the story. Read the story what happened. You read the story about what's happening. And if you were to micromanage every single citation of a Medal of Honor that's ever been awarded to an American service member, holding the focus of today's standard, those guys would all be court-martialed.
Yes.
Dakota Meyer disobeyed a direct order to go fucking save his guys.
Right.
Should we go ahead and give him a court-martial for fucking saving his guys, disobeying a direct order?
Right. Exactly. I'm like, so he's accused of murder from somebody that made bombs that killed how many other people?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and the enemy, of course.
Yeah.
You better have fucking, what's her name? What's her name? Witt? You're going to feel sorry for Witt more than you're going to feel sorry for a special operations guy. Monica Witt is, you know what I mean? You're going to be like understanding. So Monica Witt is more of she defected. Okay, see what play on words. She defected and she provided information that's, I don't know, that's kind of like damaging to U.S. interests. Meanwhile, guys downrange doing the shit, they got awarded. That's what I'm saying. He went downrange, was awarded a Silver Star that was upgraded to a Distinguished Service Cross, and then they're reviewing. I don't want to say what the fuck I did downrange. Spanky, you better not say what you did downrange either. Motherfuckers gonna haul you up in jail.
Right, and what this all came out of like him doing an interview and just telling the truth of what he did.
Yeah, I just I did this, I did that, I did this. So basically, a CIA guy. See that? Ooh, yeah. What is it with the FBI and CIA? Fucking like I don't know. Immediately, deciding upon themselves to do their own things. I don't like McCabe. Recommending that we should overthrow Trump and all that sort of shit. He said that in his fucking 60 Minutes interview. That's another fucking story too. That's like the tinfoil shit, but
yeah, but again, fuck this, stolen valor, CID agent, CID, not A, D.
Yeah. Once you're done, once you're done with that shit, once the investigation's been tainted, once I mean, the way I see it, that individual is faulty. That guy no longer can hold the integrity of the investigation, cannot be maintained due to the fact that individual has had his own records fucked up of being shady himself. Fuck, man.
Exactly, and I think that every single other case that he's ever been involved with,
oh my God,
should be reviewed too.
You know what? I didn't even think about that. I wonder how. Ooh, Hayes.
Yeah, not just this guy. This is the high profile one, but I'm sure there's been, many others. Like I said, his integrity has already been compromised. Like if he can do something this fucked up, like what else could he have done that's been fucked up? Because I've dealt with CID, but I'm not like the quiet one. I've called them on their shit. Like fuck you and fuck you and fuck you again.
I've had CID talk to my soldiers as a first sergeant, and there's been almost fisticuffs.
No, and even as a soldier, because I'm not retarded and I know my rights and I know the law, I'm like, no, fuck you. And
you got a lawyer present? Well, you got a lawyer present.
I didn't have to get a lawyer. I just went and told my colonel because I wasn't like I was the one being charged with anything. I'm just like, they're doing shady shit. I went and told my colonel, and he's like, yeah, they're doing shady shit. And he went in there with his, bird flying and like, you're doing shady shit. So because I'm not retarded, and I wasn't then either. So he's just like, oh, I'll come in there with you. And,
so that brings up a good point, Sergeant First Class CID de la Cruz. Whatever he was involved with other cases could be compromised as well.
Yeah,
they could be compromised to the point where now that what. Oh, man, I wonder, oh, my God, hey, if you guys are listening and this is part of you and you got busted by CID or something like that and they were working on your case, oh, wow, all of a sudden we got more listeners. Hi, CID. We just jumped 7 more listeners. Thank you. CID activated. Hi, ICE, you're going to get screwed.
Yeah. Well, fuck me running. I don't give a shit.
Alexa,
I'm sneaky.
Yeah, exactly. Alexa,
I told you not to talk to my Alexa.
I got to get my Alexa out. Yeah, exactly. Unfucking real. Yeah, you're right. That's a good point. So that means that whatever Sergeant First Class De La Cruz has been working on, whatever case he has, and think about the cases too. It could be anything from larceny, it could be rape, it could be fucking whatever. Name your fucking case. Name your fucking case. It could be involved with. It could be murder. It could be anything that has to do with standard crimes in the Army. And he was involved with the individuals that have been suspected of those crimes could have their shit dropped.
Yep, anything he has touched. Because you don't just all of a sudden become a fucking dirtbag, integrity challenged person.
Yeah, you just don't become a Monica Witt overnight.
Exactly.
Falsifying an air assault badge, a Pathfinder badge, a combat action badge, and a purple heart. How do you fucking not? How do you hide? Isn't there like nobody looking at his med pros or some shit like that? You know what I mean? Because isn't there something in the record that say, hey, you got a purple heart? You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly. I mean, MedPros is open to. I mean, MedPros is not a big secret. Your orderly room, your S3, so many people have access.
Yeah,
to
everyone has access. Yeah, exactly. Everyone has access to the commander's dashboard of specific read levels and stuff like that. However, my biggest point is that how did anybody not notice? Because Mike Golf talked about that before when he was here on WTF Nation Radio when he got a purple heart. It was in his records. So how do you not?
You want to do some soul and valor, throw in an Archon. Nobody would notice that shit. Fuck.
Exactly. Yeah, put an Archon with a couple extra Oakley clusters or something like that. Don't go high. I mean, it was bad enough you faked a fucking air assault badge. Come on, dude.
Like most of us wouldn't even notice that. Like, okay,
Oh
whatever.
yeah, air assault badge. Yeah, okay, yeah, air assault badge. Oh yeah, okay, maybe Pathfinder badge. Okay, maybe a combat action badge. Because those type of permanent orders, those type of specific badges have to have orders to it and a period of service attached to it.
And those probably wouldn't have got noticed either. But now you're getting like crazy.
Yeah, you're getting.
Fuck's sake.
That's why.
Oh no, we're teaching people how to steal valor. Let's stop.
Anything stated on WTF Nation Radio is purely the opinion of not us telling you how to stolen valor, especially an air assault badge. Because everybody knows that airborne is a way of life. Air assault is just a badge. So
I ain't doing either.
So quote the ice. But my point being, dude, yeah, you're right. You hit it on the head, Spanky. Any other case the Sergeant First Class De La Cruz could have been involved with is going to lead to some sort of either an acquittal. Because I mean, think about it. Think about it right now. You're some dude hanging out. You know, you got a DD-14. Hell, you could be at the Fort Leavenworth disciplinary barracks, and you're sitting there eating your fucking cereal or some shit. You're doing something, and you're hearing WTF Nation Radio because yes, the disciplinary barracks does listen to us sometimes. And you're sitting here listening to us, and the next thing you know, you're fucking like drinking some water or you're drinking a beer, and all of a sudden, what the fuck? What was his name? De La Cruz?
Oh, I know that fucker.
That was the motherfucker that hemmed me up.
Let me call another lawyer.
Yeah, let me call another lawyer.
That'd be me.
Yeah, if you've been affected by Sergeant First Class De La Cruz from CID, hit us up. Contact at WTFNationRadio.com. Contact at ArmyWTFMoments.com. ICE at WTFNationRadio.com. Videos, anything like that. Send it. Fuck. You're right. That's a good fucking point. But that's messed up. Major Goldstein, good luck. That's all I could say. You know what I mean? I hope you pull out of this. I mean, you got the presidential backing. I'm just surprised that the command went through with it. You know what I mean? The commander,
I am too.
The commander was like, it was there. Yeah, it was legit. It was legit a war crime where he shouldn't have done it. I'm thinking, God damn, dude, you fucking put him in for a Silver Star. Where the fuck were you at? You know what I mean?
I don't know. Maybe De La Cruz is just like, well, I'm just fucking hard charging. I can fucking like falsify some fucking documents. Well,
Ooh,
I mean,
that is a good point too. What if De La Cruz falsified some shit for the investigation? That is.
I mean, it's enough to make me wonder. And you know, I mean, I no offense to all my tinfoil loving people, you have to like give me some hard evidence for me to like start to question anything. But this guy did falsify his documents, so it's like, what else could he have? So it makes me wonder. I mean, if you're going to falsify documents to get yourself promoted by giving yourself fake awards, what else is going to make you look good as a CID agent? Having like these high-profile cases.
No, that is a good point. I'm pretty sure Major Goldstein's lawyer is going to talk about that too. What other cases has Sergeant First Class De La Cruz? Because that right there just puts everything in question now. Everything. I'm just curious to find out.
Because trust me, if I was a lawyer or even just a law clerk for any of his other cases, I'd be like, hey, look at me. I'm going to get my client reduced sentences if I knew they were guilty. Or something. That'd just be me. Because
I don't think Major Goldstein is going to have an issue once all this stuff coming out. You know what I mean? He's going to have his stuff come out. And,
I hope not.
And then I hope not as well. So that's why we say good luck, because right now with Sergeant First Class De La Cruz, with all of his stuff he has going on. You're right, and you added. Yeah, that was a good mix. Good thinking on that one, Spanky. Because what else? If he stolen Ballard's own stuff, and he had his records all adulterated and fake, again with an air assault badge, then who's to say what he could have done for the investigation to move it along? The investigation moving along enough. Again, I want to know who the hell who. I mean, they said it was his commander, but was his commander not there or some shit? Was there somebody like ratting him out?
I don't know. I guess in CID units, can't they be like separated or?
No, I'm talking about Major Goldstein, but Major Goldstein's commander. It's like this guy got put in for a Silver Star and he got upgraded to a Distinguished Service Cross. So why I mean, aside from the fact that you're right, maybe he shouldn't be talking to the media, but why all of a sudden these charges were referred from the CIA? Like, if everyone thought in the unit he was good to go to get the award, then he had an interview with the CIA doing a polygraph, then all of a sudden why the unit come back, and they brought him back into the Army.
I don't know. I guess, because I was reading that, I was slightly confused too. Like, he was released from active duty. He applied for civilian jobs with the CIA, it seemed like to me.
Yeah, during a specific time, you can interview. There's a special, I won't say internship, but you could do it.
Right.
You could do
Right.
some stuff with, pre-interview for some jobs or whatever. It's a weird program.
Oh, right. So I completely understand why he would be doing polygraphs for the CIA or wherever if he was doing any kind of job, internship, anything, and would explain why he would be up in DC. And now that if they're pressing charges or Article 32s or anything else, trying to pull him back to Bragg now, I can also see why he's like, yeah, well, screw you guys. I want to go. If you're not going to do anything with me, let me go back up to DC. If they haven't, I with no other better term, like fired him from whatever internship, anything that he's doing up in DC area, let me go back up here until you guys figure your fucking shit out.
Right.
De La Cruz is
right.
like fucked up.
Yeah, exactly.
So let me go back and finish what I'm doing up here.
Yeah, right. And then on top of that, he got busted. He's getting slammed and all that. So does he have the password to all the fucking files and stuff?
Maybe he can find the drone codes to find Witt. I don't know. Like,
yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just like tying it all in together.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's just like I said. If you want my opinion, like like leave this dude alone. It was so many years ago. It was a bomb maker. Not a bomb maker's family.
Yeah,
a bomb maker.
It was the bomb maker, and that's what blows me the hell away. We're talking about some cave dweller, some dude in Marja, right? And he's just sat there, and there's been some deaths involved, and he's been doing some other shit. And again, his unit put him in for a medal.
Exactly.
And it was the context. So obviously he did something good to get the medal. Now, if he's telling the same story about how he got said medal, I don't understand why all of a sudden charges are being preferred on him for this.
Because De La Cruz had something to do with it. The one that, went to air assault school.
Yeah, the one who.
And Pathfinder.
Exactly.
So, again.
With the brows.
Leave this guy alone.
Exactly.
Let him go on about his life, doing whatever it is he does, that he told the truth about what he did on a polygraph. And leave him alone. And let him go on doing special things for our country.
Yeah, let him do stuff. Yeah, you think about it too.
And he's telling the truth.
He's telling the truth, exactly that. So now,
and has nothing to hide.
So Nation, yeah, exactly. So WTF Nation, if you've been awarded a medal for something that you did to get that medal, don't talk about it anymore. Don't say shit about it, because you're gonna get slammed. For being honest. Jesus. Okay. Well, real quick,
you have some housekeeping.
Yeah, I was about to say we got some housekeeping. You want to do it? You want to knock out some housekeeping?
No, you can do that.
Oh,
I wrote up all the housekeeping.
Oh no, you do it. Damn. Okay.
You do it.
Roger that.
I wrote it up just for you.
You're on the gun, Sarnt. Shit. All right. I'm not arguing. You point that fucking gun away from me. Damn, man, you got to be so mean. No, you can do it. I'm just kidding. All right, real quick. Hey, we're having some changes of shows and stuff like that. We have people coming back from a break. We have people going on for a break. So Minx will be coming back soon. Jay Reddy's taking a break. So it's just one of those things. Of course, we can't be constantly broadcasting 100% all the time like we want to. Which we're bringing some more bodies on board to help us in that aspect. So again. There's going to be shows. There's still shows. Thursdays and, Thursdays. There could be one probably Friday, Saturday. There'll be one Sunday. There'll be on Monday. And there'll be one on Tuesday. And there'll be no show on Wednesday. And then Thursday back again. So, again, be flexible, guys. We appreciate your flexibility on hanging out. But like I said, people just got to take a break. This shit gets fucking crazy. Doing this stuff in here a lot. I'll admit it. Sometimes I think I need a break. I think I need a vacation, too. Shit.
I'll authorize it if you put it in at least 30 days in advance. I need a trips, vehicle inspection.
You behoove me to do it. It would caveat
and
on
blood
that
of
leave.
your firstborn.
Yeah, exactly. That would behoove you to put in that leave. So, again, this is Sergeant's time. Of course, we're all talking about everything active duty, retired veteran, National Guard Reserve that have to deal with the active duty community. And then Monday is the Monday edition where we're going to have, of course, all news, a commentary, and discussion about political events that affects you, the WTF Nation, in one way, shape, or form with a veteran slant twist to it. So with that, we're going to have Mark Yabanka. Mark is a California-based military journalist and has had his articles in everywhere. Stars and Stripes, Army Times, Vietnam Magazine, Military Heritage Magazine, Soldier of Fortune Magazine. I didn't even know that magazine's still around. He's the author of 3 previous books: Distant War Recollections of Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia, Tears Across the Mekong, and Dispatches from My Father's War. He earned his master's in professional writing degree. Damn, dude, there's a master's for writing? Shit. Maybe you could teach some kids how to write some SSDs, or, I'm sorry, what do we call it? We already forgot what it was called. What was the name of the
Oh my God, you're making me forget already. DLC?
DLC, yeah, exactly. He is also an adjunct instructor of English and creative writing at Pasadena City College of Columbia, College of Missouri's satellite campus at the Joint Forces Training Base in Los Alamitos, California, where he served between 2001 and 2008 as a public affairs officer for the California Military Reserve and a support brigade to the National Guard. So, and then the following Monday, on the 25th, is Mikoyo Hikiju. Oh my God, what the? Okay, you gotta help me out here. Miyoko Hikiji. Is that how you pronounce his name? Or her name?
Her, but close enough.
Miyoko Hikiji. God damn, dude, I don't want to fuck this name up. Miyoko served as an enlisted soldier from the Army, in the Army Iowa National Guard for nearly a decade, and she deployed to Operation Iraqi Freedom 2003-2004. Her job included truck driver, unit correspondent, and administrative sergeant. During the deployment, she ran supply convoys, as well as security and raid missions throughout the northwestern quadrant in Iraq. Simultaneously, she was writing a company newsletter, contributing her support to the squadron newsletter, writing articles, and for her hometown newspaper. She's the author of All I Could Be, My Story as a Woman Warrior in Iraq. Wow. That's okay. We've never had, we had Kelly Kennedy. We didn't have Kate Germano yet, have we? You Fight Like a Girl. We haven't had her on here yet. However, on the 28th of February, we're going to have on Sergeant's Time, we're going to have, oh my God, we're going to have our first general. Our first general coming on Sergeant's Time. So me and Spanky got to get our freaking uniform spits and starches. We got to get haircuts. We got to make sure our eyebrows are on fleek.
Oh, I'll make sure mine are. I might even put a picture just for y'all.
It would be behooved. It would be behooving to look squared away, because Brigadier General Patrick Donahoe, I think. It's Donahoe. The native of New Jersey, received his commission in May of 1989 through the Army Military Reserve Training Corps in Villanova University. He's a Brigadier General that holds a bachelor's degree in history, a master's in advanced military studies, and a master's in national security and strategic studies. He is currently the Deputy Commanding General for Operations for the 8th Army in Korea. So he will be joining us on Sergeant's Time to tell us the upcoming 75th 8th Army anniversary. If you guys don't know anything about history about the 8th Army, if you've been stationed in Korea, which a lot of Korean vets know about the 8th Army, but this is our first general. We've had representatives of other units, but it's been mostly the PAOs. This is our first GO.
History on Sergeant's
Time coming up, man. I think we need to change the graphics up to have like a general flag or something like that, because you know how you have general shows up.
Agree.
You have to have a little flag with a pedestal up there. Let them know, so that way you guys can ask questions in Korea. And
you need that geo flag.
I want to put the geo flag on the graphics, so that way there's like next to the rank right there, next to the put the little 1-star geo flag for General.
I agree.
Yeah, it'll be awesome. So he's gonna be coming on. And to talk about the 8th Army. If you guys look up at the Korean War, it was crazy for us, for the American side, as part of the United Nations stuff. And of course, he's there. He's seeing all the stuff that's happening with the Korean North Korea, South Korea stuff, the talks and all that. So I'm excited, because we always make fun of little Kim. Oh, we got to be careful. We can't be making like little Kim jokes and stuff, because he's like the commanding general, the deputy commanding general for operations of the 8th Army. I wonder if his boss is going to be listening.
Oh, you know he will.
Yeah, his boss is going to be listening. General.
Because when you realize when he comes on and it's live, it's their lunchtime.
Oh,
So
yeah. So he's going to be...
So
he's
they will all
he's going to be... So,
down and listen.
No, I'm just thinking, oh my gosh. I'm thinking, it's his lunchtime. Do you know how many people on his staff are going to be listening to him?
All of them.
They're going to be
all
like...
of them. Seriously, it's going to be like 11 o'clock, Korean time.
It was going to be like 11 o'clock Korean time. Everyone's going to be saying, I want to get FaceTime with the boss. And they're going to... they're going to be... Good job, sir.
Be on WTF.
Yeah, they're going to be good.
On Sarna's time.
Yeah, on Sarna's time, yep. I'm going to have to go ahead and post me that graphic. I'm going to have to post me that Sarna's time graphic with a little general's flag on there.
Absolutely.
So that way, because first we gotta have the proper pomp and circumstance for Geo. I've worked. Go ahead.
Okay. No, we have had a couple officers on, but they have been PAOs. Like the
Correct.
first one was Colonel Buccino.
Correct.
But this is our first general, so we need the flag.
That's gonna be kind of cool. We have to be in our best general behavior. We have to be kind of
Yes.
real cool about it and say, "Hey, sir, what's going on? Sir, what do you feel about that?" Blah blah. Because I already have general questions. Because I work for generals. You know what I mean? I used to work for generals, so it's not a big deal. So, but this is the first time I'll be, as opposed to working, I'm going to be asking, those questions that you're sitting there when you're on a smoke break or something like that, and the general's with you in the car, and then you look at the general and you're like, "Hey, sir, blah, 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 blah." Those are the questions I'm going to ask.
Exactly, because you know what? They put on their pants the same way we do.
Exactly that. So I'm excited to hear him talk about everything that's going on with 8th. That's pretty cool, man. That's going to be pretty badass to have him on here. I'm excited because you guys are hearing history. Now, 1 month from now is our birthday. Now, here's the thing. We always have a fundraising drive. Believe it or not, WTF Nation Radio runs purely on donations, period. There is a donation site, donation link on the WTFNationRadio.com website. And believe it or not, this whole thing is run by donations. Everything's run by donations. We don't get this we get help from our partners, Warhorse for Veterans, but like the running day-to-day stuff, the servers, the equipment, the upgrades and all that, that's all done by you guys. You guys this is your radio station. That's why it runs the way it runs, because it's your input and you guys have donated. So in the coming days, you're going to see some help us donate and all this other stuff, and where I have to kick around a fundraiser idea for the birthday. And we might have some surprise guests coming on the 14th. It's the 14th, right? Yeah, it's the 14th. It's exactly a month. So I'm pumped. Be excited to see that. With that, Spanky, you got anything? Because it's 11 o'clock and it's behooved to. I got to throw up General Perkins' video. That's the man. So.
Yep. Single awareness day shots.
So I hope you guys had a good Valentine's, and if you were solo, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it with me and Spanky tonight with Valentine's Day. So glad you guys could have joined us and hang out.
Oh, you got your sexy voice on.
So you guys, thanks for joining us for Sergeant's Time tonight, and a happy Valentine's Day to y'all. So shouts.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show.
intergalactic horse, and we'll ride into the sun, yes, into the sun, where we'll take the day by planting a flag right there at its source. Space Force. For no other reason than we wanted to. Oh, Jupiter, imagine what you could become. A stupid, pointless planet turned into a giant gun. And Russia, so sorry, have to burst your bubble. Be a good sport, now sit back, relax, and watch us through the hubble as we celebrate the greatness of the United Planets of America. Space Force, Space Force. We'll saddle up our intergalactic horse, and we'll ride into the sun, yes, into the sun, where we'll take the day by planting a flag right there at its source. Space Force. Now we'll go to infinity and beyond, beyond. You'll hear our manly voices singing Space Force strong. The critics say sound doesn't travel in space, to which we reply sound will do as we say. Oh, Captain Kirk, your achievements, though notable and fine, as far as we're concerned, this is Deep Space Mine. And big fans, but Lord Vader, step away from the lightsaber. There can only be one, of course. Space Force. Ra-da-da-da-da-da, ra-da-da, ra-da-da, ra-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum-dum-dum-dum, ra-da-da-da-da-da, ra-da-da, ra-da-da, ra-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. Space Force, Space Force. We'll saddle up our intergalactic horse, and we'll ride into the sun, yes, into the sun, where we'll take the day by planting a flag right there at its source. Space Force. Space
You're listening to the sounds of WTF Nation Radio.
Good evening, boys and girls. This is Tim Kennedy. I'm a Special Forces sniper, a Ranger qualified Green Beret, a UFC fighter. Please listen to us and the shenanigans that we're going to say. We will insult you. There will be racial slurs. We will be sexist. We will offend you. But there will be magic, and a unicorn will be raped. So enjoy the show. Thank you for listening on WTF Nation Radio.
Think about the people who you know are over there. Your freaking stupid Uncle Louie or whatever. They're dumb. They're not like high-level thinkers. They're not academic people. They're not intellectual people. They're the freaking lowest of our low. That's why I when presidents always says we have the best military in the world. Presidents, anybody. I was like, no, we don't. The data is in. We don't have a good military. We haven't been able to beat these guys wearing freaking robes and chanclas for 15 years. We haven't been able to beat anyone since World War II.
The data's in? Well, that is just not an accurate description of the soldiers in the U.S. military and specifically in the U.S. Army. The U.S. military, for very good reason, is the most highly respected institution in our nation because not only of the education level, but of the character and commitment of those that serve. I have to tell you, and you've been around them, the passion that these people come in the Army with and the skills they bring to the Army. We have doctors, lawyers, combat infantrymen, cyber specialists. 17 presidents are former soldiers, more than any educational, civic, or civilian institution have come out of the Army. 450 Olympic athletes, over 100 gold, silver, bronze medals. In fact, next week we will have 9 soldiers in the Winter Olympic Games. So next week we'll have soldiers in Korea earning bronze medals for athletic excellence and soldiers in Afghanistan earning bronze stars for valor. General, there's a danger, though.
because you have cited all facts and you know the quality of people to serve, but you have a bunch of teachers who feel like that and feel free enough to blast you, the men and women who serve. That goes right against what you're trying to do, and that's recruit the best and the brightest for the best country in the planet.
Well, I'll just echo General Kelly's comment that the reason I and my family serve, both of my children are soldiers, the reason General Kelly's family has served is so that people have the right to express their feelings, and obviously he's taking full advantage of that liberty that we fight hard and afford him. I would offer to him, as somebody who is also involved in training and education, I'm sure he understands the mark of an educated person is an open-minded person who wants to learn as much as he can. So I invite him personally to come to my headquarters. I will introduce him to our Army, his Army. I will let him see his soldiers. I'll take him down to the Army Cyber Center of Excellence. I'll take him to Fort Leonard, where we train engineers. I'll take him to Fort Benning so he can meet combat infantrymen, and he can see the quality of people. And then I'll take him to Walter Reed and talk to wounded warriors, and in their own words, let them describe why they put sacrifice above their own personal safety to serve their nation. And then I'll take them with me the next time I have the honor to represent our leadership at Arlington for a funeral, and let him talk to the family members and let them tell him how proud they are of their sons and daughters that serve our nation.
Wow, extremely well said. You might have to keep him from General Kelly, if you don't mind, on that tour, because I don't think he'll be as diplomatic, but great, very well said. First